I'm gonna need to pull up the script again.
Good evening, and welcome back for more Ace Attorney. Yes, Normans, long time no see indeed. Well, technically not true, but true enough, because it has been a little while since I have streamed, 1 week to be exact, this exact series to be exact. But, yeah, I'm back. I returned safely from Las Vegas. Hooray.
Which supposedly was the worst vacation you've been on.
It was, in fact, the worst vacation that I've been on. Then I realized that's probably because it wasn't actually a vacation. Oh well.
LG says, I told LG to get well soon, and he said that's the plan, so...
No, that's fair. Yeah, LG will not be here this evening as he is not feeling well. I believe Dawning was planning on being here, but Dawning tends to lose track of time. And on that particular note, I can reveal, as I have already done to MCH, that I should no longer lose track of time because I have an egg timer down here. So if anybody makes me do stuff... Yeah, I will be cooking an egg on my old laptop. But no, more accurately, I will be using this to keep track of when shit's supposed to stop for the various channel point rewards, so that I don't go 5 hours with the screen upside down for no reason.
Don't the one keeping track of them at least on Wednesdays.
I actually bought an egg timer. Or more accurately there, I should say, I went to Amazon.com and I got myself this new egg timer. And I don't know how much you're going to be able to hear it off stream, but at the very least there, I will know when it goes off because I can hear it even through these headphones there. But while we're at it there, let's actually let's begin where we left off, with the cross-examining that Fulbright fellow. After all, I find him to be very suspicious there. He's talking about that murder there that happened with that Alderman Who's-ya-what's-its with the Ten Mataro there, and the Athena with and the Jinxie with the little wards on the face, and this and that and the other. So let's press all the buttons there, shall we? Press this button here. Alderman QB, eh? Hold it! So those weapons were on the wall at the Fox Chamber there. I presume those are for real, eh? Don't you think keeping real weapons around like that is rather dangerous, eh?
No matter what he collected, the Alderman insisted it be the real deal. For instance, he had a real demon's club in his possession. Apparently one of his ancestors claimed after defeating a demon in battle.
What there? That's gotta be an old wives' tale, eh? I don't believe it. It's all poppycock there.
Ha ha ha! The Alderman had true, pure, unadulterated justice flowing through his veins.
This does remind me I'm going to have to increase some counts fairly regularly, so there goes another Bobby badge.
Whatever he did it right. We've lost a real champion of justice in his death.
Were I was gonna ask if you... I mean, you can voice Blackquill in LG's absence if you want to, otherwise I can.
Well, honestly, it's less off my shoulders, so I'd rather you do it.
Okie dokie, dear. Nothing but claptrap and balderdash if you ask me, dearie.
We're
Now
gonna
stop.
get to a line today that LG would love to see if he were playing himself.
Well, we will see, dear. Anyway, now stop your bleating and tell us about that weapon, dearie.
Your wish is my command.
Okay, let's press on this second statement, dear.
Hold it!
Hold it, dear. It doesn't make sense if you think about it. Prince could easily be wiped off, dear.
You do have a point there.
I'd venture to say he did not wipe off his prince because he could not, dear. Probably because he was knocked out cold, dear. What do you mean? ... poking my face, dear. Oh, looks like he wants you to figure it out, dear. Well, don't just stand there, show him who's the boss, dear. I'm totally lost, dear, so why don't you just tell me the answer already, dear, eh? And he turned his back on me like a... Well, he turned his back on me like I'm some kind of idiot, there. So I don't think he saw that plea for help, there.
You feeling alright, kid? Running a fever, perhaps?
I wish trials came with the reset button, dear. Well, the specifics may yet come to light, eh? Please proceed, Detective Fulbright, dear. Okay, let's press this third statement then.
Hold it!
Well, hold it there. Hey, come to think of it, a coffee cup was found on the floor there. Was the sedative in his coffee there?
Bingo! We found traces of a sleeping agent all over inside of the cup.
And that is why he was out cold there, eh? That is until he leapt to his feet upon being impaled by the mayor there. Hey, what an awful way to wake up there, eh? A rather stimulating eye-opener if you ask me, eh? I too would have risen to the attack, for to die in battle is the samurai way there. Paradise awaits fallen heroes, but that hole in his stomach would make eating a challenge there, eh?
Please! Blackwell, those comeuppance jokes of yours have no place in this court. ...
There, eh? Says the jester and the detective's guys there, eh?
Moving right along!
That is very loud. Alright, no more Canadian accent.
Good.
Yeah, no, I couldn't miss that even if I tried to miss that. Almost gave me a fucking heart attack and I was expecting it. Hold it! So the alderman was drugged because he was really strong?
Let me look at this one. You see those rock-hard muscles of his? They're tasty. I'm surprised the spear even managed to pierce that armor like musculature. I admit, I'm completely jealous of that righteous body of his. Like I said, they're tasty.
I'm sorry, what? Are you a cannibal? A person who eats other people's?
No, as in, like, I want to taste them, not eat them.
I'm still confused.
Lick.
Ew. Wait, why am I saying ew? I'm apparently the one who licks horses now. That reminds me, my poor 2DS has been sitting here on ever since my last Ultra Sun stream.
Like you do with mimes and horses.
Yeah, Dino Guts. Caps thought he had it bad when the meme was that I lick mimes. No, now the meme is that I also lick horses. Fine. So be it. Well, he did look pretty buff, even in that suit he had on. Quite a difference when compared with a yellow belly like you. Yellow belly? Who even says that anymore? Yeah, and the color's all wrong, too. Oh, I know. How about a squishy red tomato? You tell him, Athena. I move to strike both of your comments from the record. Mr. Justice's character is not the issue here. Now let's get back to what happened after the far more muscular alderman was impaled.
Yes, well, your average person would like to have died on the spot.
Press the button! Could he really have attacked his attacker? Boy, it's a good thing I could actually talk Friday night while I was doing stand-up, instead of right now when I can't fucking talk. Could he really have attacked his attacker after being impaled with that huge spear?
How'd your stand-up go, actually?
I'm still alive.
Good. I assume that means it went well.
Oh, look. I haven't gotten official... Well, okay, let me tell you, because I'm actually kind of proud of this. Well, kind of. So apparently the company... Well, first of all, I was actually very, 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 very helpful on this trip. Right, during this conference. It was very good in general, right? I think I mentioned I helped the company president proofread his speech.
Yeah.
But then, the next day, I gave my speech, right? I gave my technical presentation, and I could tell that, first of all, every single person in the room got excited about what I was talking about. So they felt the energy that I was bringing, and they were able to match it. Because it really was an exciting new product that we had never done before, and having witnessed it firsthand, I was able to properly tell them just why this was so awesome.
That's awesome.
And the company president was there. So the company president's a little older and deals with jet lag because he flew in from Japan. So he doesn't come in until the afternoon presentations. I swear, they always put my presentations in the afternoon because it makes everybody look good.
That is nice.
Yeah. And the company president was I could tell that he was impressed by my presentation and that I did a good, because also every single one of my Japanese coworkers also was saying you did a good job with that. And then as far as the stand-up went, first of all, I will say that I did a very, very, very clever thing. Hello, Jay. I'm bragging about my conference that I was just at. But I did a very, very, very clever thing towards the beginning of my stand-up routine, was I managed to sneak in yet another thank you to the company president and the Japanese staff for making me feel welcome and for their hospitality while I was in Japan. Always adding that little extra bit of buttering up is a good thing. Plus, the routine as a whole went over very well, and people seemed to enjoy it. So,
that's nice.
As much of a pain in the ass and literally the worst vacation ever, it was good. For a work function, it was very good. What sucked was getting home. But even getting home didn't suck as much as it has previous years.
That's good.
Well, what the difference this year was that they actually let me stay an extra night, right? So our actual conference is Thursday and Friday. So they usually ship people out, Saturday. But guess who can't?
But that's a Sabbath.
Right, guess who can't do that until 8:30 in the evening once Sabbath ends? Me. So what would happen is, I wouldn't get an extra night at the hotel, so I would just get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I get punted out of my hotel room Saturday at about 10 o'clock in the morning, and they are very strict about that in Vegas.
Obviously.
Because the hotels, especially over the weekend, right, there's a lot of they're booked solid.
And because everyone wants to go gambling.
Correct. Or just to enjoy Vegas in general, which, there are other things there. There's drinking, for one, which I definitely did not do in copious amounts of. There's also shows and other things that you can do, but regardless, right, Vegas on the weekend can be busy, but... So I'd get punted out of my hotel room at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I just told you Sabbath didn't end until around 8:30 in the evening. So I would be stuck on my ass, like sitting on my ass in like the little conference area, the little public area of the conference area where I had been, like close to where all the rooms that we were in, where we were having our, but like there's an area with like 4 TVs that are right, and I'd kind of just sit and watch TV or, but I'd also have to like lug my food down, which is in a styrofoam cooler filled with ice. I'd have to have my suitcase on me. I'd have to and imagine if I have to pee, right? I got to take all that shit with me because if I leave that by itself in Vegas, someone's gonna steal it.
Yeah. So it's a good thing you got an extra day this year.
Yes, and normally what would happen then is I'd be able to leave the hotel around 8:30. I'd end up on like the 11:30 p.m. red-eye flight back to Chicago, which would result in me walking in my front door around 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. I'd get no sleep, because I can't fucking sleep on airplanes. This year, they actually let me stay in the hotel for the extra night, so I actually got to fucking rest, because I'm an introvert. I am. Like, that whole socializing thing, this is easy enough for me to stream, because I can't see my audience.
That makes sense.
I could see my audience, and I could also, the company president is, front and center. So I could definitively see. Yeah. It is. It's suspicious denial, Jay. I won't deny that I had a drink prior to getting up on stage. Because I just was a ball of nerves. And yes, Dino Guts, I don't have to worry about looking like a fool in front of y'all. You also, which reminds me, I don't think I told you what shirt I decided to wear.
What?
My I'm with Stupid shirt. And by the way, nobody saw it coming. First of all, I was wearing that shirt the whole day, I was wearing it under my company button down. But when I walked in,
Stupid shirt.
Yeah, the actual joke being, everyone in that room knows me on a professional way, and they know just how fucking smart I actually am. And believe it or not, I actually am smart. But I actually felt a little more confident wearing that shirt, because it's okay, it can't possibly go downhill from wearing a shirt that literally says, I'm with Stupid, in front of all of my coworkers and people who are supposed to respect me.
Good point. Especially in a stand-up comedy routine.
Yes. But no, so it let me rest and recover from that. Plus, I actually got a decent night's sleep the following night, and while I did get home significantly later yesterday and then had to go to work today, which kind of sucked, it's fine. I'm okay. I definitely don't have the beginnings of a migraine. Nobody has to worry.
Alright, let's get back to the game. That was interesting.
I figured it would be. Sometimes I do side tangents because I think they will be interesting, but yes, no, we should get back to the game.
Yeah, I was curious, which is why I asked.
No, yeah, definitely a good question. Because it is the reason I was gone in the latter half of last week, and yesterday's stream for me didn't happen. I think it's your line, unless you said your line already. I don't remember.
Yeah, I said the average person would have likely died on the spot line.
And then did you say the line after that?
That's the line
The
for
injustice.
the
The injustice of being drugged.
Yeah, I said. No, I haven't said that.
Okay, then that's where we are.
He was once a pro wrestler. The injustice of being drugged. He was answered with a righteous counterattack.
But does being a former pro wrestler make him superhuman?
Absolutely! He was one of the good guys, like a superhero on the side of justice. Even though he's retarded, he can still star his superhero guys in times of need. Okay, so he's a heel. Got it.
He's the bellboy, Superman.
He's the face in wrestling terms, is what we were talking here.
Objection. You need to lay off the comic books, detective. We're talking about real life here. You know, real life, where the bellboy is Superman, Pearl runs at Flash level speed, Godo can summon fucking coffee from wherever the fuck he wants to, and Clavier can literally play the air guitar. Be realistic, detective.
Oh yeah, and don't forget spirit channeling.
Oh yeah, and don't forget spirit channeling. Setting aside the half-wit's flights of fancy, the fact is this. The court-ordered post-mortem concluded the victim moved after his skewering. So he found the strength somehow to attack his attacker, huh? Detective Fulbright's testimony sounds airtight. No wonder he's so confident. No, he only thinks it's airtight. It's up to us to poke some holes in it. That part about the alderman fighting back sounds like a big hole waiting to be poked. Ew!
Ew.
Phrasing, Apollo, please! Now let me check my...
Phrasing! As Sterling Archer would say.
Yes. Let me check my court record. I'm not actually going to present anything, but I need to see what I've got.
I was thinking of that show earlier today, because in Ace Combat 7, there's actually a DLC that crossed over with this Top Gun sequel, so they had a remix of Danger Zone in the style-based Combat 2, which was inspired by Top Gun 1's OST.
I see.
So, like, thinking about the Danger Zone remix just led to, you know...
Yeah, Charlene and her... Yeah. No, I actually like that version of Danger Zone better than the original. It's probably blasphemy to say that, though.
Yeah, I can link you to Ace Combat 7 remix of it.
Weapon used.
Funny enough, the guy who uploaded is named Great Scott Productions, so you know they're a fan of the 80s between Top Gun and Back to the Future.
The weapon used to bludgeon the mayor's blood was found on it, but no prints could be lifted. Okay.
But yeah, it's explicitly done in the style-based Combat 2, which was inspired by the original Top Gun, so...
Sorry, I'm looking through my evidence, because I have to figure out what I need to...
I don't know, just send in DMs. Done. Cause of death, stabbed with a spear. Estimated time of death around 3:20 p.m. Victim had been in a drug induced. That doesn't technically contradict anything. Weapon used to bludgeon the mayor. Mayor's blood could be found, but no prints. The alderman wasn't wearing gloves. So I'm guessing the statue itself... So let me see. Fingerprints of the defendant found on the murder weapon, blah, blah, blah. Alderman Hubie was asleep from a drug he'd unwittingly ingested. Human shish kebab. Grabbed a statue and struck back. So I actually want to present, on the last statement, the statue itself, because it doesn't have the mayor's fingerprints. And the mayor sure as fuck wouldn't have had time to wipe them off, and the mayor sure as fuck wasn't wearing gloves. Or, not the mayor, the alderman wouldn't have had time, because he... whatever. I think? That's my idea, anyway.
Oh, I guess I was right. Did the
Music
alderman...
stopped.
Yeah, and it actually is not generic dialogue. Because I fucking
Well,
hate...
music stops always to tell, remember?
Fair enough. But I always hate seeing generic dialogue. I'm like, fuck, I got it wrong. Did the alderman
The
really...
bigger tell is usually when the music stops. That's why Ace Attorney fans make memes about when the music stops. You know you've done it right.
I've never heard those before, and while I do pay some attention to the background music, I'm paying more attention to the people in voice chat or like my actual thought process, which sometimes comes with its own music.
Gotcha.
Don't
But you
ask.
get the point,
It's
right?
the music of everything burning. I do get the point, though. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying, oh yes, did the alderman really strike the mayor?
What? Are you questioning my sense of justice?
Your so-called justice needs to find itself a pair of legs to stand on. Preferably like Starmie's legs. Mega Starmie's legs. No, preferably not like that. Those suck.
No,
You...
that'd be Patrick's legs.
It would be. And I don't think justice needs to stand on those. You claim the alderman struck back after the mayor put a spear through it. But the statue he supposedly used to defend himself creates a major hole in your theory. It would appear that the defense has a counter-argument. Very well, let's hear what the defense thinks is very odd about this detective statue theory. QB fought unarmed. There are no fingerprints. Adoy! That's why I presented it in the first place. There are no fingerprints on this supposedly crucial piece of evidence. If you look at the crime scene photo, which I did... Hey, Apollo is actually thinking like me. Or am I thinking like Apollo? Either way, it's an insult to one of us.
Probably yes.
Yeah. You'll notice that the alderman isn't wearing gloves. Yes, I believe he is quite gloveless indeed. If he touched the statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. Detective Fulbright, you did take that into account during your investigation, didn't you?
This can't be happening! Did I mix the wrong man?
Aha! You did it, Apollo! You knocked Detective Fulbright off his high horse. Well, it's just 1 point in our favor. Who do you suppose clubbed the mayor if it wasn't the alderman? The actual fucking murderer. Well, if it wasn't the alderman, that means someone else must have clubbed the mayor. You mean there was a third party there in the Fox chamber? Exactly. And this could be the big break we've been looking for. Ow, I broke my leg. No, wait, no, I didn't. That was just an expression people kept telling me to do last week.
Yep. Break a leg! Break an egg.
Yes. There does seem to be a hole in the prosecution's argument. Prosecutor Blackquill, would you care to respond to the defense's assertion? Humph. The least you could do is look at me while being dismissive. Yes, break an egg. I will do that when I want to make an omelet or use an egg timer. I won't break my new egg timer, probably. Your mind is as dull as an unhoned blade, Justice Dono. Justice Dono? He's been watching too many samurai flicks, or he's making fun of the fact that I don't know anything. It will take far more than that to cut down Simon Blackquill. A whelp such as you has no hope against my superior swordsmanship. This is a trial, not a sword fight, Prosecutor Blackquill. Humph. There's a perfectly good explanation for the lack of prints on the statue. You might recall that blood-stained cloth found at the scene of the crime. Well, it just so happens that the blood was the mayor's. No shit, Sherlock! So, what are you getting at? Hone your mind, boy. Why was there blood on that cloth? Solve that riddle, and you shall see that the hole you thought you found is but an illusion. Now, let's see. How was that cloth used? Was it used by QB as a head covering to wipe up the blood? To wrap the statue? Why the fuck would he do that? I mean, that's where we're going with this, but why the fuck would he do that? Maybe the alderman wrapped the statue in the cloth? In short, he wasn't touching the statue directly when he used it to strike back at the mayor. Ah! Precisely. Bully for you, boy. Aw, it was nothing, except you just tore down the own hole. You just tore or patched together the hole in the prosecutor's theory. Good job, dumbass. Apollo, don't let him start manipulating you, too. You just closed the hole for the... See, Athena is right again. Athena is always right. I did? God fucking damn it, I did. Right. That a statue wrapped in cloth would leave no fingerprints is as plain as day. But this also proves there are no holes in our theory of the alderman striking back. Speaking of striking back, may the 4th be with you all! And tomorrow will be Revenge of the 5th. Weapon used to bludgeon the mayor wrapped in large cloth, 2 pages. Fox and Demon statue updated in court record. Okay, let's take a look-see.
I'll be honest, I don't think I can do much voice acting tonight.
That's
with
fair.
All other people here.
No, that's fair. If you don't want to voice Fulbright, I can do that too.
Yeah, I just need more than just myself and you know?
Understandable. That's perfectly fine. I was hoping Dawning would get here. I guess she also isn't feeling well, but we did... Oh, actually, I know she woke up early today, or was woken up early today, so...
That explains it. Either way, well, I'll probably just get going then.
That's fair. I do appreciate you stopping by, though.
I'll see you Wednesday.
Sounds good, bud. Alright, I guess it's just me, myself, and I. And all the stupid voices I can come up with. The statue has traces of blood from the defendant Damien Tenma on it. It was apparently wrapped in a large cloth on which the defendant's blood was also found. No fingerprints could be lifted from the cloth. Wonderful! Now, do you see how dull your mind is? I'll make sure to sharpen it next time. Like the points of my hair. A particularly frightening inmate once told me that he always tenderly honed his blades before he went to work, like the samurai of yore. Samurai? Sounds more like a homicidal maniac to me. Luckily for you all, I'm just a maniacal engineer, not a homicidal maniac. Actually, he was working in the prison kitchen at the time. Wait, so the inmate was a murdering samurai prison chef? Yes, Apollo, that's the fucking conclusion to take from all of this. Exactly. God, I can see why Blackquill thinks your mind is dull. It would seem that the victim and his killer were the only ones there after all. I was kinda attached to that whole... Once again, Apollo, phrasing. Now what? Apollo, I just thought of something. If they didn't find anyone's fingerprints on the statue, who's to say someone other than the alderman didn't hit the mayor with it? Why didn't I think of that? Anybody could have not left Fred. You didn't think of it because you're not a brilliant redhead like Athena. Humph. Then who, pray tell, struck the mayor with the statue? Please illuminate us with your wisdom, young lady. There's only one answer. The real killer. Prove the existence of this real killer, then. What evidence have you? Oh, I'll give you evidence, all right. Athena, are you sure about this? Never question a feisty redhead. To borrow your words, Apollo, I'm fine. Take a look at this. Black feathers and tracks, allegedly from a yokai, were found at the scene. Yeah, nothing that you've said explains any of that shit. I believe they're from the third party who struck the mayor with that statue. Is the defense actually suggesting some sort of monster killed the alderman? No, it was really Mr. Jones all along. See, he was wearing a fucking rubber mask. Would be what I would say if this was Mystery Inc. and we had the Scooby Gang. That's exactly what I'm suggesting.
Objection!
Objection. No, Athena, you just lost what little credibility we had left. Ah! Sorry. Guess I got carried away. Mr. Justice, we've no time to deal with objections between members of the defense. Sorry, Your Honor. It's just, this kid's still, well, the kid... Don't you fucking insult Athena when she pretty much bailed you out. Ouch. You meanie, I'm reporting this to Mr. Wright. As you should. So, is the court to believe the feathers and tracks are from a yokai, as you put it? No, Your Honor. I believe they are a fabrication. The real killer wants us to believe that some sort of monster murdered the alderman. They are not the same age, KR. Also welcome. Well, okay, Apollo is in his mid-20s, which you can't see because he's not here, but Athena is 18. Yeah, I want to say Apollo is... Yeah, we're still on the Tenga Tapa Gurin Lagan case. Last time I got basically nothing done and it wasn't actually my fault, for once. This guy's an asshole. Interesting. And why do you suppose the killer would want to do that? Because wheel spins are fun. That's why. Where are you going with wheel spin? I thought I had the thing open for this. Where's my spinny wheel? Spinny wheel. Oh, there we go. Ha! Why do you have a sudden urge to pierce the heavens? I don't know. Perhaps it's because there's a lot of drilling that be going on right about now, KR. Aye, why indeed? Mr. Justice, you seem as new to this as your partner is. Ouch, Your Honor. That is, this I'm not reporting to Mr. Wright. Aye, Fulbright, explain to his boldness what these brats are missing. You know, the who and why behind those feathers and tracks. You mean you can explain all that? Can you, laddie? Aye, our investigative prowess is without equal. Oh, you know, this stupid fucking egg timer ain't gonna work if I forget to set it up there. I have to actually remember to set it. It's gonna surprise the fucking crap out of me again. Anyway, I'm starting to think I chose the wrong profession. Aye, very well. Let's hear about these so-called yokai feathers and tracks. Aye, more testimony. Feathers and tracks. Aye, this entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger. Mayor Tenma panicked when the amazing Ninetales helped embolden the protesters. Aye, so he stoked the villagers' fears by fabricating a monster. Aye, the strange feathers and tracks he planted makes it look like a yokai was the killer. Aye, those feathers and tracks stoked the villagers' fears. Aye, absolutely. He knew exactly how to prey on their superstitious minds. Aye, those feathers only gave weight to the idea that the alderman was slayed by a demon. The accursed demon Tenmataro, that is. Aye, Tenma who? Tenmataro, the legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber. Do you know nothing, you daft judge? Aye, from a young age the villagers are taught to fear the great black feathered demon. Aye, and thus they were blinded to other, more plausible explanations.
Hold it!
Hold it, laddie! Hold on for a second, before we start letting our imaginations run wild. Isn't there something else that could be considered, isn't there someone else that could be considered a suspect? Aye, like a white demon. Mr. Justice, please explain yourself, laddie. On the day of the incident, there was a special event held at QB Manor. Aye, and as part of this event, there was someone dressed in the likeness of Ken Mataro. Obviously, this person is a much more likely suspect than any legendary demon.
Objection!
Objection, laddie. Dullard, you're playing right into the killer's mind games. Ach? Aye, listen here. The feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. The villagers believed the murder to be the work of the real Ken Mataro. However, the police believe that the person in the Ten Mataro suit is the killer. Ach. Aye, do you see now, laddie? The defendant sought to sow this confusion in order to deflect blame away from himself. However, he was knocked unconscious by the alderman. Aye, and thus our mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime. Objection! Do you honestly believe Mayor Tenma would do something so stupid?
Objection!
So daft? Objection! Have you ever seen a smart person in this universe, laddie? Everyone's stupid here. And the evidence speaks for itself, Fulbright. Aye, it was the mayor's last-ditch effort to stop the opposition before things got really cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The amazing Ninetales was fueling both the yokai craze and the anti-merger movement. Plus, he's one of the better-known masked wrestlers and the hometown favourite. Aye, that's why the mayor panicked and set out on the path of injustice. But do the people of Ninetales Vale really believe a yokai is behind the crime? Aye, yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I must say, a crime that preys upon innocent, impressionable minds. Aye, just so. A particularly silver-tongued inmate. Hello. Once had the following words for me. The innocent of heart are the easiest prey. You don't say. Was this inmate a con artist? No. He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt sorry for the poor chap. Wait, so he wasn't the predator, but rather the prey? Yes, well. Now then, the defense may proceed with their cross-examination. Press all of the buttons. Press the button. Detective Fulbright, is the anti-merger movement really that strong? Oh, absolutely. They parade around in yokai costume shouting, "Down with Mayor Tenma!" And just the other day, they stormed Tenma City Hall, claiming it was a den of vipers. Oomph. But when the accused showed his face, the angry mob scattered like leaves upon an autumn wind. For you see, lowly yokai are no match for Tenma Taro, the dark lord of their kind. Wait, are the villagers scared of Mayor Tenma or Tenma Taro? I'm confused. I think he means Mayor Tenma. It's easy to get the wrong impression about the guy. Detective Fulbright, why do you suppose the defendant would commit such an act? Oh, it's the amazing Nine Tails. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Hold it!
The amazing Nine Tails. No one knows his true identity, right? That's right. And he was a lone wolf, or in other words, he didn't belong to a wrestling federation. He appeared like a shooting star, defeating one Tenma Town wrestler after another. And before anyone knew it, he was champion. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Like the samurai of yore, surrounded thick with enemies, he cut them down one by one. It was a complete and utter loss of face for Tenma Town Pro Wrestling. He was amazing. If ever there was a real superhero, it would be him. I dream of becoming a true champion of justice like him someday. I bet Detective Fulbright would be a great pro wrestler. He could even team up with Prosecutor Blackquill. A police detective and a prisoner in chains? You know, I think people would actually pay to see that. I know I would. So you do understand the greatness that is the amazing Nine Tails. Breast. Hold it. Did the murder and yokai evidence really stoke the villagers' fear? Absolutely. It had an immediate effect. The presumed return of the dreaded Tenma Taro has them shaking in their boots. Oh my, is it really that bad? Humph. That superstitious lie, it's as if Jack the Ripper had been set loose in their village. The mere thought of that demon lurking about is enough to spark a max exodus. I see. That's a very persuasive argument. The mere thought of His Honor buying into Simon the Psycho Slasher's words makes me want to spark my own exodus out of the courtroom right about now. So you see, there can be only one reason why anyone would plant those feathers in tracks. Press the button! But it doesn't add up. If what you say is true, why top it off with murder? What do you mean? You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why murder Alderman Cubey? Excellent point. It is, isn't it? So, Your Honor agrees there was no reason to commit. There was no reason for the murder, correct?
Objection!
Objection. Perhaps the killing was on the spur of the moment. You're saying it wasn't premeditated? Impossible! The guy was drugged with a fucking sleeping pill. From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble. However, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery. Startling discovery? Why don't I like the sound of that? Alderman Cubey's secret identity. Apollo! I think Prosecutor Blackquill has figured out the Alderman's secret identity. But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the mayor to commit murder? This is not good. Why is the prosecution a member of the attack on Titan Guard? He's not. He's a convicted inmate. Convicted of murder. His name is Simon Blackquill. And he's called the Twisted Samurai. He's a master of psychological manipulation. This patch of fur was discovered at the crime scene. It's from the mask worn by the amazing Ninetails. It's a Death Eater if you ever... So KR, I'm pretty sure the final case of this game is going to be proving this guy innocent of murder. Like, proving that this guy didn't actually commit the murder that he's in jail for. That's usually how this shit goes. Therefore, we can conclude... Well, no, he's a prosecutor turned prisoner forced to go back to prosecuting, is what I understand. Because he was a prosecutor before he got convicted of murder. Probably at the hands of one Phoenix Wright, who, I think, got, what, 3 prosecutors then accused of murder? I don't know. Whichever, whatever, whoever, something smells and it's probably the bunch. Therefore, we can conclude that this mask was at the crime scene. Oh my, but why would it have been there? Who knows? KR, insofar as I understand, the chief prosecutor is the one who gave permission for this to happen, and also insofar as I understand, the prosecutor is one jackass known as Kilometers Lost His Edgeworth. So, I don't think that guy gives a shit whether or not it's illegal. Also, Blackquill doesn't exactly seem unhappy to be back at the prosecutor's desk. So... hooray? I don't know. He's not forced to be there insofar as I can tell. He's kind of enjoying himself. The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Need I say more? Well, could it really be? Humph, your baldness has had an epiphany, I see. Our victim, Rex Cubey, was the amazing Ninetails. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. And the mayor's discovery of this fact was his motive for murder. No! Man, Athena's really slumping down on that defendant's bench, or defense's bench. She's really leaning over. Athena, sweetheart, that's not going to be good for your back. Order, order! What a shocking development. A motive clearer than crystal clear. What do we do now, Apollo? I didn't think they'd tie the alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder. Yes. Oh, yeah, that is correct. We do get to order in the court tonight. I did say yesterday there would be no ordering of food. You may order whatever you want from the food court this evening. At last we reached my real point. Why did the alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, your baldness? I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona. BBQ pizza. Is that a pizza with barbecue sauce on it? Alright, I sure hope that the bailiff is taking down all these orders. Yes, so that's one BLT sandwich, one BBQ pizza, and one banana split. I'll see to it right away, sir. Very much, sir. Mike Meekin's out, sir. I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona. Just to secretly participate in the anti-merger movement. Very astute of you, your baldness. Right, now take a look at this. Blackmail letter. Oh, dear. If you value your dearest's life, you will merge Ninetails Vale with Tenma Town. Do not tell anyone about this threat. If you do, consider your dearest as good as dead. This blackmail letter was found in Alderman QB's pocket. What? At present, the alderman's wife is in the hospital. And that letter is clear evidence the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life. Wait, didn't the blackmail letter sent to Mayor Tenma go missing? Right after the alderman's murder. You think maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder and planted it into the alderman's pocket? It's possible, but we don't have any proof that that's what happened. Talk about being up the creek without a paddle. Blackmail letter added to the court record, a threatening letter discovered in one of Alderman QB's pockets. It's not bloody. Mayor Tenma would have made a clean getaway if he'd just left after planting the yokai things. He was knocked out cold by a sudden decision to kill the Amazing Ninetails. So it was the Amazing Ninetails' counterattack that brought the entire crime to light. Wait a sec. Fulbright's claiming that the mayor killed the alderman after planting the yokai evidence. Something smells fishy about that, namely the feathers on the blood. And that the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that? Hold it! Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony. Mayor Tenma killed a sleeping alderman after planting the feathers and tracks. I'm gonna press. I know what I have to do, but I'm gonna press. Hold it. So let me get this straight. You believe the mayor planted the yokai evidence before the murder, not after? Absolutely. And then he was knocked out cold by the alderman's last punch. He wouldn't have had a chance to plant the evidence after that. Precisely, my dear Watson. Why he didn't? Something's not right here. Hard to believe that a stiff, humorless man like the mayor could be behind such a stunt. Arg, we have to do something, Apollo, before they pin it all on the mayor. And we're going to need to prove that Mayor Tenma didn't plant that yokai stuff. How are we supposed to do that? With evidence! I has evidence! It's called the fucking crime photo! Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair. What's this? You dare question my justice again? Yes, and I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look at this photo. This is the crime scene photo, and just what does that prove? It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted. But I already told you they were planted before the murder. The defendant planted the yokai evidence, then was knocked out while killing his victim. That is incorrect, sir. That would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene. Okay. Right here. Here. Aren't you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice? No shit, Sherlock. See how the feathers are on top of the blood, and the tracks were made in blood. In other words, the yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder. Then the mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman, when he got conked in the head by that statue. But you said it yourself. The mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at that crime scene. Arrgh! There must be some mistake. See, now Athena's standing a little taller. Good. Order. Well, where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Ha Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness's testimony for you. You do? But how? Was my vaunted sense of justice really just half-baked? That's a stupid expression, and I kind of love it. He's taking this really hard. Mr. Justice, what is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have? I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Ms. Tenma's daughter, who people might just say are trying to save her dad, but sure, whatever. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was the demon Tenma Tara. He's the source of those feathers and tracks. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. I see you, bot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Will somebody please say something? The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means. You dare mock this court and justice itself? You're unfit to bear your name. Finally, he fucking acknowledges that Apollo's last name is Justice. Uh-oh. I hear my wife moving around above. You dare to mock this court and justice itself? You're unfit to bear your name, boy. Your baldness, it appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion. Hold it! Apollo, think of something quick before you're held in contempt of court. I don't think my wife yearns for justice. If yesterday proved anything, it's my wife might yearn for me, but that's to be expected, I would hope. I mean, Apollo's a grammarier through his mother, so his father's last name was probably Justice. It's kind of the same way that Dahlia Hawthorne was a Hawthorne and not a Fae, even though she's a Fae. Some people change their last names on getting married. Also, Apollo grew up literally with it. Presumably, Apollo grew up without his mother because his mother ended up getting shot and somehow ended up in Borginia. To be fair, that was, I think, less about Trucy taking her mother's last name. No, she was Trucy Enigmar. Right, Dawning?
I don't know what you just said. I only heard the last part of that word.
Jay is saying that Trucy had her mother's last name before Phoenix adopted, but no, Trucy was Trucy Enigmar before she was
Correct.
adopted.
She was Lucy Enigma.
Also, hello, Dawning. How are you?
Hi. I'm okay. I got panther cuddled while I napped. That's why I'm
Good.
late. I napped.
I figured, considering you woke up early this morning.
They're doing construction.
It's very rude of them.
They have to make the water. They have to do the water things. Where are we?
Athena's current line is, Apollo, think of something quick before you're held in contempt of court.
No, I can... Yes, okay.
I mean, it's a heck of a coincidence that his last name is Justice, in the same way that it's a heck of a coincidence that most people's names are, like, Athena Sykes when she's a psych student. Yeah, sure. Dick Gumshoe is a detective. The names are all puns, Jay. They are. It's one of the reasons why I love this game.
Sometimes I don't know if you actually love this game.
Athena's here, so I love it. Also, now that you're here, I can tell you what I got for myself.
Oh.
Chat's probably heard it like twice by now. But let's see if you can hear it.
What was that noise? It was like a ding.
Did you hear?
Ding.
Yes. It's my egg timer. Now, assuming that I don't actually forget to set the egg timer, I won't be doing things for too long.
Oh. Okay.
All right, Apollo, think of something quick before you're held in contempt of court. What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether or not I should step down... Who the fuck was deciding... Oh, right. Blackquill was suggesting that he's exhausted. Please hear me out? Very well, Mr. Justice. I'm all ears, but you had better explain yourself well. What was this yokai you were talking about? It's all in the statement here. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro. After she discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around a corner in the hall. It was around here that she saw Tenma Taro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left those feathers and tracks behind, intentionally or otherwise. Also, Dawning, can you assert that I am grumpy about many things that I love?
I make you grumpy. So there's that.
Anyway, what? How incredibly unjust. Why haven't I heard about this before? The defense just proved there was someone else there. So why isn't why isn't the monster the killer? Was it all set up? The prosecutor is a convicted felon after all. Apollo, the momentum is shifted in our favor. Good. Now let's keep it that way.
Objection!
Objection. Dot, 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 dot. Humph. By the way, do you want to voice anyone that maybe LG or MCH were voicing?
No. I don't think I could do a very good Blackquill or Fulbright.
Because I was just thinking there's not very many people here whose voices you do. So...
I think she will be here soon, I think.
Oh, good. Humph. Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. That's alright. He might just be, what's his name? Dave Strider, who always fights with a broken sword and still wins. My sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying that there's a problem with my claim? Consider this. If that yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, wouldn't he have been caught on camera? That fool and that fop would have seen him. Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle. Now that you mention it. LeSmell. His name is now LeSmell.
I do seem to recall him using an unreasonable amount of perfume.
He does. Both Phineas Filch and Florent LeSmell were in the foyer at that time. But they haven't stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's imagination? Alright, but the feathers and the footprints sure as shit aren't. So those two are alibying each other.
Right.
I know LeSmell was the murderer, but I'm assuming that Filch is guilty of stealing something and wants an alibi, so they're both conveniently using each other to cover up some kind of crime that they did. Arg, why didn't those two see the Tenmataro impersonator pass by? Why don't we ask them ourselves? I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was. Apollo, don't try to take credit for Athena's great idea. She's smart. Right, Dawning?
Athena is pretty smart.
Very smart.
And Apollo's not that smart.
No, he's an idiot. I said earlier that it seems like Apollo and I were thinking alike, and I wasn't sure which one of us that was an insult toward.
I think it's still an insult towards Apollo.
Oh, gee, thanks. I appreciate that.
I just said you were insulting Apollo and not yourself.
Yeah, by saying that he thinks like me, that's an insult to him and he's stupid. The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. But we can't do that since we established that the defense can't call witnesses. I just know he must have seen something. I suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw him. No, that we can sort of ignore. What we can't ignore is the fact that the feathers and the tracks must have been made after the murder. And the mayor sure as fuck couldn't have done that.
On account of being unconscious.
Yes. So again, theoretically, Blackwill's argument that Jinxie was terrified and might have been imagining things.
I believe that Jinxie gets terrified and imagines things.
Yes. It's technically
But this thing has other evidence of existence.
Right. That's what we can't ignore. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackquill. I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby. Here's hoping he doesn't get hit in the head with a fire extinguisher and get amnesia.
He would just steal the fire extinguisher.
Not if he was napping, he wouldn't see it coming. Humph. I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. When we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will. Did he just say captured? No, wait, I don't want to know. Very well, then. Bailiff, please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. What should I do with all this food that was ordered earlier, sir? Give it to the people who ordered the food, you stupid bailiff. Oh, right. Oh, of course. I'll take care of it. It was the BLT sandwich, some kind of barbecue pizza, and what was that, ice cream or another? I don't remember.
Who ordered the BLT sandwich?
It was a potato, I think. I don't remember. Oh no, KR ordered the BLT, Dino Guts got the BBQ pizza, and Bugcatcher J got the banana split. I remember everything. I'm Mike Meekins.
Good job, Meekins. I didn't think you could do it.
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot what it was I was supposed to remember. I just got hit in the head by a fire extinguisher.
No, the heck you didn't. You're making excuses.
You don't think you can voice Filch?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Anyway, just for your information, Dawning LG isn't feeling well. That's why he's not here this evening.
I see.
MCH was here, but in the absence of you and Lone, it was more difficult for him to do the voice acting, and he was kind of just not feeling it.
Fair enough.
Anyway, will the witness state his name and occupation, please? The name's Filch, Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Man. Oh, and this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like. Shoot, did he get them from Fulbright again? Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes. And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch. Ah, it's those shoes again. Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright? Don't tell me Filch stole them again. They're all yours, your honorship, sir. Yes, shiny Celebi shoes. Phineas Filch stole the shoes right off from Detective Fulbright's feet and is now giving them to the judge.
This buffoon will steal anything.
Okay, but is he more of a buffoon, or is Fulbright more of the buffoon for not noticing twice when his shoes got stolen from right off his feet?
I mean, Fulbright's more of a buffoon, but why shoes? You goof. That cannot be the most expensive thing he's wearing.
You don't know that.
I guess they could be pretty expensive shoes, but I feel like Fulbright's gotta have something more valuable.
His badge, but that's kind of got his picture on it. What? But the judge does say they seem like very expensive shoes. But they seem awfully expensive. Yep, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'll be perfect for someone like you, your honorship. It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts. Aw, ethics schmethics. Just take him if you want him. Polished him up real nice for you, too. I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Tenma Taro in the foyer after the murder. I don't think we want to know, do we? Dawning, do we want to know?
If you want to tell Blackquill he's wrong, you're gonna have to try knowing.
Knowing is for the smart. I'm a stupid, so I'm going to take a quick break.
Understandable.
I will be right back until I go find my brain. I think it's still in my suitcase. Dawning, I have bad news.
You couldn't find it?
I think I bet it while I was in Vegas.
You were telling me so many times that you weren't gonna go gambling.
Oh, I didn't bet it on cards or gambling. I just bet it. I don't remember why. I don't have my brain no more.
Damn. That's unfortunate for you.
A bit. Anyway, Sword and Shield really do have too many version exclusives, especially when you factor in the DLC. It upsets me that Clara is version exclusive. She's great, right, Dawning?
I haven't played the version of the DLC with her. Yes, I
Oh,
have. I can't remember, but I think I have. But yeah, I liked her. I
yeah.
like her design.
I would not say that Sword and Shield are good. I would say Sword and Shield are mid.
That's right. They're mid.
Dynamaxing is an absolute fucking joke of a gimmick, and this is among all of the fucking joke gimmicks that we've had since starting with Mega Evolution. The champion is a fucking moron, and if I ever decide to do a playthrough of Shield, which I don't even own at this point, so I'd even have to buy Shield, I will have a counter up that specifically says how many times they show, or not show, how many times they tell, don't show, that Leon is unbeatable. And a counter with how many times Leon's gotten his ass kicked.
He is pretty beatable.
Yes. Regardless, they're just bland games with mostly relatively bland characters. There are some good characters there. I like Sonya. Clara is a good DLC character. I kind of like Mustard. He's pretty fucking fantastic. But again, at that point, you're paying $90 for a very average game overall. Peony is fun. Chairman Rose is a fucking moron. What's his assistant's name?
Oleana?
I like her. I like
She's fun.
Oleana. Bede is an asshole and nobody likes him. Most of the gym leaders kind of suck, with two exceptions, and they're both the ones who retire.
Well, obviously, Piers. You like Opal then?
Opal is fucking hilarious.
I suppose it's rare for you to see characters so close to your own age.
I. I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm just going to go deal with this guy's testimony. At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. QB asked. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guest. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary. No siree. Jay, I walk into a lot of things. That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom. No, again, Dawning, I don't fucking understand this game. We're attacking this from the wrong angle here. The girl saw it, fine, but there's actual evidence outside of her testimony that it existed. That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of a little girl's dreams. So, you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Tenmataro? Yep, was guarding the whole time. That's the truth, the holy truth, nothing butter the truth. Nutter butter the truth. And Tenmataro? Bah! You don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do you? I certainly don't. Uh-oh. My
Ah,
bracelet, it's... What, Dawning?
hi, Panther. Did
Hello,
you
Panther.
next time you jump up onto my desk, try not to scratch the hell out of my arm? Could you please?
Panther, don't scratch the little goblin. Something the matter, Apollo? My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. Really? So you think Mr. Filch has been lying to us? No shit, he's been lying to you. I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell, some sort of nervous habit. Aha! It's
He's
a creature.
here. It is a creature.
He took his time making an appearance. Arg! What in the... What's a hawk doing in here?
His name is Taka, and
Allow
he's
me
a
to...
very good hawk.
Aw, he's getting neck stretches. Hi,
Uh-huh.
Taka. I've been looking forward to meeting you, sir.
Hi,
Oh,
Norman.
allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you, in jail. He's never heard of a courthouse bird. Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. This isn't some sort of trick or... You get him, Taka! Dino Guts, Apollo is at the very least bisexual, considering the chemistry he has with one clavier.
Yes, yeah. Apollo is not straight. We know this.
What the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills! No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom. You say that as if the most legendary witness this courtroom has ever seen wasn't Polly the parrot.
Polly was an exception because she was called to the witness stand.
Well, this one is on the prosecution stand.
Can you not?
Taka took exception to that.
Please stop chewing on my microphone.
Panther really likes eating your microphone.
He'll chew on anything.
So give him something else to chew on.
I don't have anything else to give him.
No diamond snacks?
I already ate them.
Oh, fair enough. Screech! Heck! Somebody help! No, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save when he's truly famished. In that case, Prosecutor Blackquill, you will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed. Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way. We'll be fine, I think. If there was someone dressed as Tenmataro there, Filch should have seen it. We'll just have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now. And the fucking feathers that were above the blood. And the fact that the footprints were literally made from blood. Mr. Justice... Is Taka just going to sit there?
He likes to sit on the judge's head.
Because the judge's head reminds him of an egg.
That could be why.
Taka, sir, would you like a snack?
What are you offering him?
I'd offer him a diamond snack, but all of mine seem to have gone missing.
I'm
Maybe...
not really sure diamond snacks are the best snacks for Taka anyway.
Probably not. Perhaps this dead rodent?
That sounds like a snack Taka would like.
Have a dead rodent, Mr. Taka. We very much respect you and your views on justice in the courthouse.
I seem to recall him mostly getting along with Fulbright.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Also, this has to be the most hilarious Deus Ex bird for why Apollo can't use his ability.
The bird doesn't like it. And what are you going to do? If the bird doesn't like it, you just have to listen to the bird.
Yeah, the bird's smarter than everyone else in the courtroom put together.
The bird makes the rules here.
Yes, that's why the bird is sitting on top of the judge's head. Anyway, press the buttons. Mr. Filch, why did Alderman Cubey have you handle guard duty? Because he trusts me. I am the manor's caretaker, after all. So you took said guard duty seriously. Let me tell you something about me. I'm... Yipes! Listen here, you little tanuki. Get straight to the point and be quick about it. Court wishes to hear what you did or didn't see in the foyer and not else. I really do like Blackquill. Yes, of course, sir. Right away, sir. Blackquill's got him completely under his thumb. Like I said, I was guarding the foyer entrance that day. Fresh. Hold it! So, no one could get to him. Sounds like security was pretty tight. That's because there's always lots of sneaks and thieves around festival time. And the...
Sneaks and thieves, you say?
Yeah, and the solution was to entrust a manor's security to a thief. That's not even funny. Maybe it's a matter of stopping thieves by hiring one. After all, it takes one to know one. I don't know, it seems more like letting the fox guard the hen house to me. So the witness testifies that he took his guard duty seriously. Yes, sir, your honorship, sir. This is where we show that he was watching a wrestling match. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. Yeah, right. This is where I'll have to present that, but you know me, Dawning, right? What does that mean?
Button press.
Correct. Hold it! Did you really keep an eye on the foyer that entire time? Poor old Filch, you've been working hard my whole life. Only to be smeared by some greenhorn in his fancy schmancy suit and silly haircut. Sorry, Mr. Blackquill, sir. Didn't mean to get off subject there. Sheesh, Blackquill didn't even say anything. To answer your question, yes, I kept an eye. No, both of them, in fact, on the foyer. Press. Could you describe to the court who you would consider fishy-looking? Someone all fidgety and shifty like, you know, like they're about to steal something, he says while doing that exact thing. He just described himself.
He is fishy and about to steal something.
Dawning, what did he just steal?
I don't know. But probably something.
Why is my right leg missing?
How did you not notice until now?
I was sitting down. No, wait. There it is. I must have miscounted. He just described himself. I wonder why Mr. Filch didn't see Tenmataro. He did steal. He stole Fulbright's shoes again.
I don't think he's given them back since he entered.
No, he tried giving them to the judge. And the judge didn't accept bribes. Which, good on the judge, by the way. Maybe Jinxie only thinks she saw Tenmataro, or maybe Mr. Filch is lying. We know Mr. Filch is lying. Your bracelet says so. If he's lying, we might be able to spot a contradiction in his testimony. Yes. Present, not the special edition paper, the TV listings. I'm sorry, wait. Peekaboo, I found you. Yokai on the Amazon. Join the hunt for Tofu Taro. Floating yogurt. I really should have paid more attention to these. Present that. Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, it ain't right to bushwhack a fellow like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, you'll see that the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled. Something you'd never miss. Heck! I didn't watch that one. No, siree. I was doing my job like I was supposed to. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Yipes! Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, it was a complete disaster. Erg. So, do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with your Rudy Poo lawyer talk. Ew! That sounds gross.
It does.
I'm one of them
even he wouldn't want to steal.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if it was Ruby Poo, you wouldn't want to steal it. I'm one of them professional types, too. I could do double duty watching TV in the foyer at the same time. The only thing Filch can claim to be a professional is a professional thief. Lying in court is technically a crime, we just kind of seem to ignore that.
Probably because everyone does it, and it would take way too much effort to enforce.
Except Taka. Taka doesn't lie. And Polly didn't lie.
This is true. Birds are very honest.
They are. Mr. Justice.
No,
Go
birds
ahead.
don't lie down. Birds don't lie down. He does allegedly sleep in court, though.
I believe it. It's better than sleeping in jail.
This is true. I imagine his nest is hidden somewhere in the rafters.
No, I'll bet you I know where his nest is.
But it's not the judge's head.
No. It's in one of the little bowls of the scale.
Oh, that would be a great place for his nest, actually.
It would be. Yeah, birds and hips don't lie. Dawning, do hips lie?
No.
No. Do my wife's hips lie? No. No, they do not. Oh, right. I was gonna do a thing. And since Dawning is here, I should probably do the thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I have a difficult decision ahead of me. So, what does one do when one has a difficult decision ahead of oneself?
Make it
Make it
Twitch
Twitch's
chat problem.
problem. There we go. Vote in the poll if you wanna. Keep in mind it would just be for Dawning, so you don't really stand to get much out of it, but Dawning is asking, and I feel like it's a bit embarrassing. So I'll let
I
y'all
also think
decide.
you should show it to your wife.
No, it's very embarrassing.
Your wife would like to see it.
No, it's very embarrassing.
She married you because you're embarrassing.
Fine, we'll put that up to a poll next. Happy? You would have this court believe the witness was slacking off. That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV and the foyer at the same time. That's nothing but a bald-faced lie. My wife is probably used to me embarrassing myself. I don't know if she finds it endearing. I'll have to ask her about that. Bald, you say? But I'm not the one who's lying. Perhaps you meant the witness, Mr. Justice. In that case, let's see what evidence you can offer.
Well, Judge, your face isn't the part that's bald.
That's actually very true. I'm gonna say it's this one, because the TV is facing in the wrong direction.
Take that!
Please take a look at the direction the TV is facing in this diagram. Now, unless Mr. Filch has eyes where his right ear should be, I'd think it would be impossible to watch the foyer entrance and the TV at the same time. Why, yes, someone watching TV there couldn't possibly see the entrance. Exactly, and that means Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and not watching the foyer as you claim. Yipes! The bag's out of the cat. I mean, the other way around. Yeah, you would want to get the bag out of the cat.
Bags and cats are very concerning. It's probably not safe for the cat.
It probably isn't. And now Athena's standing up straight. She was really hunched over earlier. I was very concerned for her back. But yeah, if 80s movies taught you anything, it's that security guards can't see the hero sneaking in while he's watching Wheel of Fortune. Except the other way around. This was the other way around, right? This wasn't the hero sneaking in. This was the villain sneaking away. I wouldn't want a box in the cat either. Go ahead.
No, cat belong in cats do belong in boxes. Cats love boxes. I just don't think they should be in a box should be inside a cat.
Right. I've got no problem with cats being in bags or cats being in boxes. I've got problems with bags or boxes being in cats, because it means the cat probably ate something they shouldn't have. Order, order, order. But Mr. Justice, is Mr. Filch's less than stellar work ethic relevant to this case? It's very irrelevant because the camera would have spotted Tenma Taro, but we're going to get there. It's very relevant because while he was slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Tenma Taro impersonator in the foyer, or an Elvis impersonator. Thank you very much.
Objection!
Objection. What now? Granted, this Tanuki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered with the camera. What are you talking about? Aww. This. I'm not a mind reader. Heck!
Taco's getting pet animation is really cute.
It really is. Auditory sense. His eyes may have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work. Right, Tanuki? They were? Yes. Yes, they were. But you already admitted to slacking off. Now you say you weren't. My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I would have heard anyone in the foyer. You see, the foyer floor and the stairway get all creaky squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. So you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep, my ears were working full time, so who's the liar now, you no good shyster?
I mean, still you.
Yeah, still you. Dawning, what does the poll say?
Even if you're telling the truth now, you're still the liar.
Dawning, what does the poll say?
The poll says 5 to none you should show me.
Alright, should we even bother making the other poll?
I feel like everyone's gonna agree that you should show your wife.
A lying thief calling me a shyster. This has to be the low point of my fledgling career. Gotta hand it to you,
Fledgling,
Mr.
we say, like a bird?
Yes. Gotta hand it to you, Mr. Blackquill, sir. You really are something else. I mean, you don't miss a thing, and them bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine. Fair warning, Mr. Filch. Taka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you... What are you laughing at?
He's implying Intaka's gonna eat him.
Oh no, he's not implying. He's now outright saying, should you lie to this court again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu. That's gross, Dino Guts. Also, Dawning, did you see the second poll?
Yeah. The closest we can get to voting yes is pizza. And you do like pizza, so
I do.
I think pizza would be a good answer if it weren't for the fact that it only exists to avoid letting us tell you should show your wife.
Well, there are 3 other options.
Which are all no.
If only I could change colors, then one would be like no, but in blue. Yipes! Please don't eat me, Mr. Taka, sir. The witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of painful burn attacks. And with that in mind, the court requests the witness revise his testimony accordingly. Ears working overtime. It's true, I was watching a pro wrestling match on the office TV. My eyes might have been slacking off, but my ears, they were working overtime. The floor there's all creaky squeaky like. No way I would have missed someone walking by. So you see, there weren't no Ten Mataro in the foyer. Superstition is the religion of feeble minds. Understand? A simple, rational explanation is best. Forget yokai, demons, and stuff. Yeah, we're not saying a fucking demon did it. We're saying someone dressed up as a demon did it. There's a difference. Again, this would be where having the Scooby Gang on hand would have been helpful. We must use common sense, for lacking that, our entire world would be upside down. Don't get any ideas. Someone's getting an idea. I know it. Fine, I'll preempt it. Dawning, I know you're getting ideas.
I do get a lot of ideas.
You had one earlier that was diabolical.
You wanted me to draw Melly in a maid uniform.
I did not. That is also not what I actually said, but sure. That is definitely not what I said. Anyway, have your free upside down, chat. I'll consider this one on me.
Oh.
I got
Oh,
business.
the line
Goblin
in
business. Please
said
see table
upside
for
down.
business cards on your way out.
I should have. Yes.
See, this is why I assumed someone knew. But alright, Dino Gut said Little Goblin knows best. This one's already on me, so what are you gonna do?
What to do with your upside down? Let's get Old Bag in here. It's
Oh,
always good to have
joy.
Old Bag.
Very well. She is the convict prosecutor who is totally a sign of the end of times for the legal world. And we all know just how much Old Bag knows about the legal world. She's testified how many times by now and was always absolutely the best testifier. And besides, if there were any yokai roaming about, I'd nab 'em and sell 'em to the zoo. I wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things. No, she wasn't, Athena. They must always trust the little goblins. Also, what was the result of this poll? Looks like everyone wants pizza. Okay, then the judge will get pizza, and judge will make sure Mike Meekins gets pizza the next time we order. But this means I don't have to show my wife the stand-up video. Hooray for me!
Yes, you do.
No, it doesn't. Nobody chose yes.
That's because yes wasn't an option.
Well, that doesn't strike me as being my fault.
You set the options in the poll.
Yeah, but any old moderator could make a poll. Pizza
Okay.
wasn't yes. Pizza was pizza. Pizza is definitely not yes. No do-overs. I wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things. After all, Old Bag, I'm the only one who never actually sees things. What I see is exactly what I'm supposed to see. Wait a minute. What is this current poll? This isn't an actual thing. Don't pay any attention to it. It's not an actual poll. I didn't make it. No. Whatever the result of this fake poll is, I'm not going to abide by it.
Oh. Oh. I probably should have made multiple votes.
I didn't actually vote no, so somebody else voted no.
I was if you're not gonna abide by it.
Anyway, let's see. That seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns. I always stick to our guns. Especially in West of Loathing. Plus, as we know in this universe, which is the same universe as West of Loathing, the only way you become a lawyer is to have a previous defense attorney give you their badge after you solve the crime that they had when they became a ghost. It's a long story. Go watch West of Loathing if you wanted to know about it. But then you'd see Melvin Eastwood, attorney at law, or maybe I said Melvin Eastwood Noodleman at law, whichever. But if we can't prove that it was Tenmataro, the mayor's, if we can't prove that it was Tenmataro, the mayor's sure to be convicted. You stupid snipper-wapper, Apollo, you got us blocked into a corner. Then we'd better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBs. Or BS. Nobody wants BS. The defense may cross-examine the witness. It's cross-examination for you. Ears working overtime. Old bag's ears also work overtime. Anyway, we gotta press all the buttons. Like this.
Hold it!
Hold it! You are paid for your work, aren't you? So, how do you justify watching TV on the job? But it ain't easy being me. I mean, I can't watch TV when we have visitors, and there's no way to record stuff. Sorry, how am I supposed to be consoling you over your first world problems? If those are his only problems, he should consider himself lucky. I guess pro wrestling's serious business to Mr. Filch. Ears working overtime, huh? Press the button. You lied earlier about taking your guard duty seriously, didn't you? Oh, that ain't no way.
I guess Old Bag's gone.
Old Bag has been banished by the evil timer. Again, I set that thing and it still somehow surprises the shit out of me. Not literally.
I would hope not. That would be an unpleasant mess to have to clean.
Alright, what was I saying? Oh, that ain't no harm in bending the truth a little, right? Listen to me, you little tanuki. Lie again, and Taka shall feast upon that forked tongue of yours. Screech! Taka, he's hungry. Also, I just noticed how even Taka's little bandana is like the black and white prisoner stripes. Free Taka immediately! He did nothing wrong.
He's just matching with his buddy.
Free Taka immediately, he did nothing wrong.
He just wants to wear color-coordinated outfits with his best friend. He's not in prison. We know this because he lives in the courthouse.
Fair enough. Yipes! Sorry, just let me keep my tongue. At least leave it until we get the truth out of him in any case. You were negligent in your duties, were you not? Yes, sir, I was, sir, but it ain't like that. Ah, I see someone voted no, therefore the answer is no.
So you may notice that 4 is greater than 1, and 4 people voted yes.
We're playing golf rules on this one. Lowest score wins.
That's not how voting ever works. If you look closely on the side, you may see that yes has a trophy next to it to symbolize that it won.
We're playing golf rules.
You're really that nervous for your wife to see you?
Maybe a bit. I didn't show her my return. I didn't show her my script. Yes, definitely unfollow. No karaoke stream if everyone unfollows. Also, I was technically wrong. When I said that I might do the karaoke stream if I hit 200, I actually had 97 followers, and I currently have 98. So I didn't lose a follower, I actually gained a follower as a result of that, which surprises the hell out of me. Anyway, press the button.
Hold it!
Will Dawning be upset if I don't abide by the poll?
Yes. So you have to show your wife.
I don't wanna... I don't even want to show you. Why do I leave my decisions up to Twitch chat? I should never do such a thing. But alright, since I did, I will obey. It's the same reason why the S on my wrist stands for stubborn ass instead of stupid fool. To be fair, I did not make that last poll. But it'll happen. As soon as I figure out how the fuck to actually get that well, first of all, I have to figure out how to get that somewhere where I can share it with Dawning, because it's a big file. I'll figure it out. So, you have pretty good ears, Mr. Filch. And by the way, you all know Dawning will tell on me if I don't share it.
I will. I always tell on you.
So, you have pretty good ears, Mr. Filch. As good as they'd come, I'd say. Ain't nothing to hear a creaky floor. Plus, that Ten Mataro makes a sound when he goes by. It's like a jingle jangle. Oh, is it? Jingle jangle? How does he do that? It's that staff of his. That's what jingle jangles. Oh, really? Oh, I definitely want to show my wife the hard way. Never mind. I got myself. Dino Guts, that was too easy. What's he talking about, Apollo? Beats me, but I guess Ten Mataro has a staff that makes that noise. Come to think of it, didn't Jinxie mention something like that too? Yes, KR. Tee-hee, indeed. She said she saw Ten Mataro holding a staff-like object that made a jangly sound. I guess that's the source of the noise, then. Well, Mr. Justice, Mr. Filch says Ten Mataro jingle jangles. Would you consider that to be vital information? For the moment, not so important, but yes, it is very important. Because he doesn't jingle jangle. The staff was not usual. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's of any importance. Very well, the witness may continue with his testimony. Press button! Please tell the court, what did Jinxie see if it was not Ten Mataro? She's always going on about seeing this yokai or that. Just an active imagination, I reckon. She won't even come near me because she thinks I'm some sort of tanuki monster. Can't say I blame her. So, Mr. Filch, you chalk it up to a child's active imagination. Yep, no Ten Mataro or anyone else got in or out of QB Manor on my watch. Paulo, what could this mean? Do you think Jinxie was just seeing things? Well, if that's the case, the details she provided were pretty impressive. If we're to continue believing Jinxie's statement, we'll have to uncover Filch's lie. Right, or find out why he can't tell the truth. Alright, floor is creaky, so we press on this one.
Hold it!
And now we say that it is important that Jingle Jangle was happening. By the way, did you know that I jingle jangle when I walk sometimes?
Is it because of your bones?
My what?
Oh, I shouldn't make that joke. Is it because do you wear things with big buttons that clack up against each other?
No. What do I usually wear around my neck?
Oh, yeah, you wear dog tags.
I take them off
Yeah,
before I
you
stream
are.
because in like one of the very first times that I was recording Pokemon Platinum, like literally every time I moved just a bit, you could hear them clanking. But yeah, no.
The dog tags.
Right, the dog tags that are on my reactive image, which you can't see because it's covered up by my username, but like those are actual things that I wear. And Dawning can tell you... Yes, Dawning can tell you something else that's... Well, Dawning should be able to tell you at least 2 other things that are around my neck with those chains.
So it should be the 50 yen coin.
Correct.
The Goju.
Well, that's what 50 yen is, yes.
Yeah.
There's technically 2 other things that I wear around my neck. You should know at least one of them.
I should, but I may not be thinking of it right now.
What don't I wear on my left hand?
Oh, your wedding ring.
Correct. Because I almost lost the ring and a finger once.
Yes.
And that is more than enough.
This was a safety concern.
Yeah, the chain I can always tuck under my shirt if I'm going to be dealing with machinery. But getting the ring on my dominant hand caught in a machine, not so good.
Exactly.
And then the last thing is a Jewish star from my first trip to Israel, a sterling silver Jewish star from my trip to Israel. First one. But yeah, no, so the dog tags are real. And yes, they do make me go jingle jangle. It was a necessary precaution, because otherwise I would sneak up on people by complete accident, because I can actually be very quiet when I'm going from point A to point B. I have a story.
You have a story?
But it's probably not the time.
You sound like you want to tell it.
It's not the time.
Okay.
Unless you want it to be the time, but...
I wouldn't oppose to it being the time.
Alright, fine, it's story time. Again.
Yippee!
So, when I was in high school...
A very long time ago.
Longer than I would like to be ago, but not that long ago. I was a senior, and I was part of one of the student governments. One of the student governments. Not the official student council, but kind of like the student ritual committee or something like that. Whatever. We were having a weekend, over Sabbath event where we just kind of bond as a team. The whole student organization was kind of just, it was the beginning of the year. It was kind of a new team. I was a senior, so I was one of the people who'd been on this organization for a while. We were supposed to get to know the new freshmen, and boy, did I get to know one of the freshmen.
Oh?
Somehow, and I don't remember how, a pillow fight started. No, I'm not kidding.
Why were there even pillows to begin with?
I don't know. It might have been like couch cushions or crap like that, or pillows from couches or whatever. We were in someone's house, like one of the students or one of the people's houses. We were having like a sleepover or something.
Well, that would explain the pillows.
We weren't in like the bedrooms, right? This was like after dinner. We were like in the living room, and a pillow fight started somehow. I have no idea how it began, but I fucking ended it.
Did you kill someone?
Damn near close. So I found myself with a pillow, and like one of the freshman girls was being put, like, she'd, like, thrown about a dozen pillows or something at me by this point, and I'd had enough. So I took a pillow and somehow, like, snuck up behind her and bopped her one with the pillow. She did not hear me coming. And, like, not being bopped in the head with the pillow, that did, like, nothing. But, like, the shock at me coming basically out of nowhere, she went down like a sack of bricks.
Oh. Well,
And basically
I hope
just
she recovered.
She basically sat stunned for like 5 minutes. And by the way, I was wearing my dog tags by that point. So I can still be stealthy even with the dog tags on. Anyway, that was the start of me and this freshman girl flirting with each other for a year. I'm sorry, what did I just say? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
That he had a crush on a freshman girl.
No, I think she had a crush on me. I actually think she, in retrospect, I really actually think she did. Which, to be fair, like, a fuck ton of people were trying to tell me at the time, and I was too stupid to acknowledge that it was even a remote possibility. I guess getting bopped in the head by a pillow leaves a good impression on some people?
Apparently.
Or maybe she was throwing all those damn pillows at me in the first place because she was flirting. I don't know. I still have not figured out how women's brains work.
You're married to one. Have you tried asking her?
Her brain actually works very differently from anyone else's. She's neurodivergent.
Many people are.
Yes. I mean, I have asked her how her brain works and whatever, but like, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. That was far longer ago than I wish it was. But not as long ago as Dawning seems to think it was.
It was a long time ago.
All this because I jingle-jangle with my dog tags. But no, there is a good reason why I have to wear some kind of thingy around my neck that can usually be heard when I walk around. Was high school about half my life ago? How old am I now?
90.
35. Holy fuck, that was about half my life ago. Oh god. Because I would have been 17 to 18 while I was a senior in high school. I'm 35 now. That was fucking half my life ago. Jesus Christ. Excuse me while I have an existential crisis. Okay, existential crisis over.
Good.
This testimony is very important. Extremely vital. I request that it be added to his testimony. And now that gives me something else to press.
Hold it!
Hold it! So Tenmataro's staff makes a distinctive sound. Yep, like a jingle and a jangle. Wait, Jinxie said something like that. Something about Tenmataro making a jangly sound. I think we're missing something here, but I can't quite put a finger on it, so put a toe on it instead. Perhaps I should take a look at the court record again. Dawning, should I take a look at the court record again?
Maybe at some point. Probably at some point. Eventually.
How about now?
Now is eventually.
The Yokai Legend scroll, the sole document showing what Tenmataro looks like, and guess who doesn't have a staff?
The
Objection!
Nine-Tails Fox.
True, but also neither does Tenmataro. Tenmataro's staff would make a jangly sound, you say. Well, I'm going to say that your story doesn't add up. Is there something the defense would like to share with the court? Mr. Filch, you say you didn't see Tenmataro on the day of the incident. Why then did you assume just now that Tenmataro would be holding a staff? Huh? You see, the Tenmataro Jinxie saw held a staff in his hands, and she described its sound just like you did, as kind of a jangly sound. Yeah, so he was holding a staff. What's your point?
Objection!
Objection? The point is that Tenmataro doesn't use a staff. Not normally. What are you talking about? You see, this is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. And now that I'm showing it to the whole courtroom, we're all gonna fucking die. Right, Dawning?
Eventually.
Exactly. Is there a staff in that picture, Mr. Filch? You're right. There's no staff, not even a cane or a walking stick. Ack! So the question is, why does the witness think Tenmataro uses a staff? I believe the answer will overturn the prosecution's case on the most basic level. Well now, this is getting interesting. Taka, attack! All right, Mr. Justice, it's time to show this court where you're going with this. To hell! The scroll is wrong. He actually saw Tenmataro. He actually saw Tenmataro. Mr. Filch actually saw Tenmataro right after the crime occurred. That's the only way he could possibly know about the staff. Busted again! Bloody hell! You despicable little...
It sounds like Tanuki is on the menu, Taka!
Looks like meat is back on the menu, boys! Dawning doesn't get that reference. Yes, how'd that feel, Blackquill? Oh, looks like he's having a fucking heart attack. Not so fun
He hasn't even been electrocuted yet.
Oh, so he's going to the electric chair, I see. Not so fun when you're on the receiving end of the blade, is it? Admit it, Mr. Filch. You did see Tenmataro that day, didn't you? Well... I'm begging you, please don't make me say it. But clearly you did see Tenmataro. Stop stalling and testify to that fact. No can do. No way, no how. You ain't got no idea how terrifying he can be. He? Mr. Filch still won't admit to seeing Tenmataro, even though everyone knows he did. The question now is why? Mr. Filch is scared to death. Is that why he can't admit to the truth? Do we get to use Athena's power now? Please tell me we get to use Athena's power now. She's very smart and very capable.
I think so.
Come to think of it.
They say you must not gaze upon Tenmataro, but in the event you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Tenmataro will claim your soul.
Jinxie wouldn't admit to seeing Tenmataro after hearing about the village superstitions. She said that if she told anyone she had seen Tenmataro, he'd claim her soul. Wait, you think Filch believes that too? Ah, so Mr. Big-Time City Slicker Lawyer has heard about him. Them old village superstitions. Will the defense please explain what the witness is talking about? The people of Ninetails Vale believe some pretty strange things. and their superstitions may be the reason our witness here can't admit the truth. The truth that he really did see Tenmataro. Darn straight that no, Apollo is gay. Or bi.
We know.
The witness doesn't.
Yeah, the witness hasn't seen Apollo and Clavier in the same room.
Fair. Darn straight that's fine. It's all right here. Village superstitions. Do not gaze upon Tenmataro. Do not tell others if you see him. When your superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Freeing him will bring ruin upon the village. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul? See? That's why us folks in Ninetail Vale can't talk about seeing Tenmataro. Village superstitions added to the court record. Hooray! That clears up one mystery. The killer took advantage of the superstitions by wearing a Tenmataro costume. They knew that way no one could talk about him, so it was as if he never existed. Yes, Tenmataro is the name of the village fight club. It's not the nine-tailed fox who's just an Elvis impersonator, right, Dawning? That almost sounded French, not like Elvis, but sure. The defense holds that this Tenmataro impersonator is the true killer. So we must send an Elvis impersonator after him. What?
Objection!
Objection. Both. Superstitions, you say? What kind of fool would actually believe such rubbish? And would that using
I can't replicate it.
Oui, baguette! Thank you very much. What is this fucking sentence?
And would that using some silly fairy tale could so easily expose the culprit?
That's grammatically stupid. And would that using some silly fairy tale could so easily expose the culprit? You'll need to come up with a more rational, common sense explanation. We're not dealing with rational or common sense people here, Blackquill.
Objection!
But, like, the explanation is that someone used people being irrational against them.
Yes.
Which is a rational explanation.
It is. Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me, prosecutor.
Objection!
Objection. Try living in my world of narrow cells, mortal danger, and dark, sleepless nights. I really like this guy. There's no lack of superstitions in the plate, but few are those who truly believe in them.
Objection!
Objection! Well, the village superstitions are real enough to the people of Ninetail's Vale. A life or death superstition might make even you a believer.
I mean, he's already kind of expecting to die.
Grr. Order, I say! You fool of a tanuki. That's almost like fool of a took. Dawning doesn't get that reference, but it's the same thing that I referenced earlier. Two times now your lies have cost me. Sorry, I promise not to do it again. Don't believe him.
You won't.
No, you won't. Taka, my fine feathered friend, have at him. He did warn you. Yipes! He's gonna eat me alive! Head for the hills! And he left his shoes behind again. He took off. But bailiff, what are you waiting for? After him, and with your fastest men. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. We won't let him get away like I let that Grammarier guy get away. Actually, forget I said anything, sir. That's certainly not something you see every day. Well, it would seem a new and important fact has come to light. A third party disguised as the yokai Tenmataro was at the scene. And now we have 2 witnesses who can attest to that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackquill? Dot 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 dot. He broke his chain! Hooray!
Yeah, he can just do that.
What? Huh? Ah! His shackles. Urk! I'm too young to die. Justice Dono, long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. You had best say your prayers. Eek! And the judge cowers behind his podium. And Athena's bending over a lot now again, too. Like, I feel bad for her back.
Apollo is just a bit forward.
Yeah, but I only feel bad for Athena. The detective, do something! Ah, have no fear! Fulbright is here! When the going gets tough, the champion of justice gets going with another Bobby badge. Where's my notification? Or where's my Who's Your What's It's for the Dawning? Where'd my Who's Your What's It's for that go?
It's in the top right corner.
Oh, right. Increase the count, would you please?
Unfortunately,
Thank
I
you.
don't have that power.
Well, somebody just did it.
Good job, Bobby.
Objection!
Objection! Then get going already before he kills us. Oh, but I stand in awe of Simon Blackquill. Everybody's a fucking moron as always.
I mean, to be fair, the convicted murderer and just broke his shackles and is threatening us. I think the response most people are having, sans Bobby, is not moronic. Now Bobby Fulbright
is an idiot. Okay, look, when I saw him and he looked so fucking well put together compared to Gumshoe, I thought, no fucking way this guy isn't evil. Appearances can be deceiving.
He's fucking stupid.
He makes Gumshoe... Well, okay, Gumshoe actually is smart.
He makes a lot of people who are not smart look smart, though.
Very true.
He makes literally everyone else look smart.
Alright. Oh, but I stand in awe of Simon Blackquill, for it is his sense of justice that set him free. Objection, objection. I object to Detective Fulbright's definition of justice.
Silence!
Silence.
Is that the first time that's been used?
It is. God, I love this guy so much. Humph. I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. Oh, well, in that case, Prosecutor Blackquill, can I ask you to, you know... I think the judge forgot he's in charge here. To be fair, when you've got an armed convict who just broke his shackles, it doesn't actually fucking matter who's technically in charge.
There's a murderer in the room.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So, Justice Dono's assertion is this. Tenmataro is the real killer, not Mayor Tenma. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Someone dressed up as a yokai. There is a big difference, sir.
One of these things is real.
Yes. Right, and that yokai rather or rather, whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman QB. I don't know what happened. Oh wait, Jay didn't see. Simon Blackquill broke his shackles and was threatening to slice everyone to death, and Detective Fulbright, who was supposed to protect us, was weeping in awe of Blackwill's sense of justice, or something. It was funny. Have I mentioned I actually really do like these games? I find them very funny and amusing.
Fulbright is fucking stupid.
Jay, you'll have to go back and watch it. I cannot adequately explain it. It was funny. Well, okay. If I was actually in a situation like this in real life, it would have been terrifying. But it
on
was
account
funny.
of it being fiction, it is funny.
Yes. Also, Fulbright's just a fucking moron.
Silence.
Silence. Hack! Care to explain why Jinxie, being first to discover the murder, did not see her alleged killer yokai there in the Fox chamber? What? He's right. She said nothing about Tenmataro being in the Fox chamber. Humph. Let me enlighten you. That little scamp heard a dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. And your point is? Upon opening the door, she found a freshly skewered murder victim, the alderman, and the homicidal maniac who had killed him, the mayor. No, there must have been dressed up like someone dressed up like Tenmag! Then why does that little scamp claim not to have seen a yokai in the Fox chamber? Considering her father is accused of murder, surely she would have mentioned any third party that might have been in the room. I don't understand. Why didn't she see Tenmataro inside the Fox chamber? Well, let's see. Was he in the air duct, maybe?
How would he have gotten up there?
Quacking! Or maybe he was in the Forbidden Chamber.
That is a place he could try going.
Humph. There's but one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Tenma whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. The final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will leave here alive. No, the window was not wide enough for anyone to actually escape. It could only open like 6 inches or something. Also wouldn't explain why Tenmataro went back into the hallway afterward.
Right.
Long has my blade thirsted for blood. You know, Blackquill, you're not really doing the whole I didn't actually fucking murder anyone. Like, you're not doing yourself any favors here.
He's not trying to.
What, has he just fucking accepted death?
Well, does he sound like he's denying killing anyone?
No, but like, he didn't do it. I'm like 99.9% sure he didn't do it, and the last case of this game will be proving that.
Well, he's not claiming any such thing.
Wait, this is still a trial, right? Yeah, but trial by combat was definitely a thing that used to be a thing. Show me what you're truly capable of, Justice. By the way, do you know why I'm guessing that Blackquill calls Apollo Justice Dono? Like why he uses that specific honorific? Or title?
I believe it's meant to be respectful.
No, the exact opposite.
This is accurate to Blackquill, actually. Using things that should be respectful as a sign of disrespect. That
Yeah.
tracks.
What he's saying is dono, like Justice Dono crap. He's an idiot. Hi, Taka. Very well, then. Yeah, both parties no doubt need some time to regroup, so the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... Ugh! 3 minutes. I'm sorry, but a 3-minute recess? Just so. Plenty of time if your destination of intent is the loo. The loo? You mean the bathroom? Sheesh. At least include enough time to wash our hands.
They don't have sinks in prison.
Probably not. See that you take no more than 3 minutes. All latecomers will be punished. Yes. Yes, sir. I hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins. I declare prosecution Blackquill the winner of this round of Simon Says. Doesn't bode well for us.
How cute Taka is when he scratches his head.
Taka is wonderful. This game has introduced two magnificent characters. Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor's running the show, does it?
It's fine.
Yup. Hey, it's still my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Yay! Done. You didn't sing along.
Happy 91st.
Like, 91 is the year that I was born. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was that all about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to.
I'm pretty sure he's actually just that strong.
He might be?
I'm pretty sure he's actually just that strong.
Better be careful, Apollo. You've really brought out the samurai in him. I know who to bring in for expert on samurais. Maya Fey.
She's busy.
Then Phoenix Wright. He's a samurai expert.
In the sense of solving crimes that samurais are accused of.
Oh yeah, so he'll be the one running the final case of the game, won't he? Anyway, especially after you proved there was a Tenmataro impersonator at the manor. What's with that guy and the whole samurai act anyway? Such fine swordsmanship. That is no mere act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenged this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel. Call the stand the rotten carcass of Oda Nobunaga. Yeah, well, we don't have to call the carcass to the stand, we can call the spirit to the stand.
You would have to be able to get Maya to come in. And
Where
like
is Maya?
She's across an ocean, I believe.
Silly little goblin. Probably trying to drink the whole ocean, too.
Well, that would make it easier for her to get back.
I suppose it would. No, wait. Let's save the dueling until after we prove your innocence. I suppose it could wait until later. Yeah, Uno reverse. A duel, in fact. Indeed. Does anyone remember we're conducting a trial? No, I forgot. Athena, I'm gonna go wash up. Remember what Blackquill said, Apollo. Don't be late.
Or Taka will eat you.
Still my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Every time it says April 18th, maybe I'm gonna. Am I gonna have to sing that every time it says April 18th?
Do you want to?
Do you want me to?
I won't stop you.
Happy birthday to me.
To you.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Imagine if I did that while I was actually in the courtroom. Now then, I believe our next witness is Ms. Jinxie Tenma, a maid at QB Manor. I believe we can proceed now, if the witness is ready, that is.
Nuri Hyun, leader of... My throat's all clogged up and it's making it hard for me to do the Jinxie voice. Leader of the 100 demons. He really does exist.
Wow, that is one well-polished tray. The witness will show her face while in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. What is it, my child?
Nuri Hyun, leader of the 100 demons.
Oh, you think I'm a yokai? Well, I was once known as a judicial monster of sorts. The beast of the bar, the demon of due process, if you will.
My charm has no effect.
The demon of due process. Not sure if I can see that one. Dot, 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 dot. Now, you little scamp.
Yeah.
How does she not see Blackquill as a demon? No, seriously. How does she see, like, Apollo as a demon, the judge as a demon, but not Blackquill?
She's silly.
I suppose. I trust you know why you're here.
Eggs.
Bags? Oh, that Trixie Tanuki. Try the noodle stand. Then go enjoy a big bowl of Tanuki tail noodles while you're at it. Oh, hey, it's Eldune's Noodles. Everyone's a comedian.
No, I meant your bags, the ones under your eyes. You must have trouble sleeping. Here, this charm will keep Azukiarai away.
Azukiarai? The yokai that washes Azuki beans? The only thing needing washing will be your father's neck before I take his head clean off.
Azukiarai often keeps people up at night with the noise he makes washing beans. But if you stick this charm on your forehead, you won't hear him anymore.
Dot, 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 dot. Is that so? Well, thank you. Looks like Prosecutor Blackquill got more than he bargained for. They're
Yeah,
bad
he
enough.
got a charm to help him sleep.
He did. They're bad enough alone, but together these two are just plain creepy. Your testimony, if you please, Ms. Tenma. Specifically, whether or not you saw Tenma Taro when you discovered the crime scene.
Witness testimony. What things he saw? Did I see Tenma Taro in the Fox chamber? Well, when I opened the door, I saw. Yes, now I remember. Yokai, right there in that room.
Okay. So there was a yokai at the scene of the crime.
Uh-huh. Lots and lots of them.
Wait, more than one yokai. Did Tenmataro happen to be among them?
I don't know. I just don't know. All I know was that the room was swimming with in yokai. Pasha and
Wait, I'm sorry,
Pasha.
what?
That's not a yokai. That's a KFC.
That's a bird who was named after a buckwheat Ashkenazi Jewish food dish.
Pasha Nurikabe, the Ito Mutaisho, Eek. They were all there.
Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. We've gone from no yokai to a flood of them. This is ludicrous. You would have this court listen to this delusional little scamp's testimony. Yerk! Hold it! Your Honor, I believe her memory is simply clouded by fear. But a quick therapy session should ease her mind. With the court's permission, of course. Yes, let Athena do what she's gonna do. Athena good. What a fabulous...
Pasha approves.
Yes. He doesn't approve of Apollo's bullshit, but he's perfectly fine with Athena.
Yes.
That bird has good taste. What a fabulous idea. Please proceed, Ms. Sykes. You sure you know what you're doing, Athena? She's obviously not herself. The trauma of discovering that crime scene and fear of testifying have her dazed and confused. A regular ball of confusion. But my analytical psychology-based approach should be able to help. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackquill? Shall we let Ms. Sykes proceed? ... Humph. It makes no difference to me. And Taka seems to not be upset either, so you're good to go. Do as you will, but I doubt we shall get any viable testimony. She'd be better served by bearing witness to the sword skills I forged in a distant land.
Jail. You mean jail.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
Humph. I'll show you. Go, Widget! Go, Athena! Yay!
Did I see Tenmataro?
Hold on, animation.
Oh, let me know.
Okay, yeah, now.
Did I see Tenmataro in the fox chamber? Well, when I opened the door, I saw. Yes, now I remember. Yokai, right there in that room.
Found something. Looks like an out-of-control emotion. Athena, what exactly are we looking at here? Oh, this? It's one of Widget's functions. Right here you can see images and emotions extracted from the witness's voice. Whoa, you mean that little thing can do all this? Pretty cool, huh? Sure, I thought it was just some kid's toy. Fuck you. No, we're not counting that as a Widget outburst. I made that up. Unfortunately, all I'm getting is an overflow error right now. See how sad is brightly lit there at the bottom left? She's under an uncontrollable amount of distress, which is masking her other emotions. It seems the sheer terror she experienced has made her a confused mess. So, all those yokai she thinks she saw are a product of rampant emotions. Yes, that's right. Her fear has instilled in her hallucinations and false memories. She's seeing normal everyday objects as monsters in her mind. It's a form of schizophrenic hallucination brought on by emotional trauma. Are we saying Jinxie is schizophrenic?
I mean, it wouldn't be out of the question.
Huh. I suppose. And the trauma in Jinxie's case is fear. So, she was and still is seeing ordinary objects as yokai. We'll have to find the root cause of her extreme fear before I can treat it. Now, let's see. Apollo, can you point out the yokai on the Wheel of Fire? She seems particularly terrified of that one. Hey, Dawning, it's a cat!
Meow.
Start by pressing probe L. Oh god, what are we probing? Never mind. Next, point to what's causing Jinxie's out-of-control emotion. Finally, hit probe again to try to get to the heart of the matter. Okay. Let's give this a try.
Yokai, right there in that room.
Alright, so L. We've got Wall Monster with what look like little goblins on it. We've got Cup Monsters. We've got Raccoon Dog, which I assume is like a tanuki. Cat Monster on Wheel of Fire.
Got it!
Got it? She's traumatized teenager. I mean, I'm cutting her as much slack as I can, yes. Jinxie, what's the name for that yokai on a Wheel of Fire?
That's Akasha, a yokai that steals the body of the recently deceased. I bet it came to steal the aldermans.
No, Kasha is a buckwheat dish. And a bird. It's almost creepy how well that fits the actual situation. Exactly, it's a form of hallucination where the patient can't see things for what they are. There must be something at the scene of the crime she's mistaken for Akasha. Also, Kasha in Hebrew/Yiddish means question. Apollo.
It's a question that steals bodies.
Always do questions steal bodies. Apollo, you need to point out what she thought was a yokai on a Wheel of Fire. I think I know the answer now. Jinxie, that wasn't a Kasha you saw. Again, Kasha is a buckwheat dish. Could you have possibly mistaken this for a Kasha? I mean, there's the whole cat thing with the chandelier. I'm just gonna poke the chandelier. Or is it the cat thing above the door? I'm gonna poke the chandelier.
Take that!
Is the chandelier poked?
Yes.
The light fixture?
This one right here. Hello, Joe. It's going very well, I think. I haven't gotten any penalties today. Yeah, this one right here. It has a flame design and is up there on the ceiling. It was never a yokai on a Wheel of Fire. The Kasha you saw was just a light fixture. Info update. Okay. I haven't gotten any penalties yet. Well, I only have an hour left. That's one memory back to normal. Nice job. Now that you've got the hang of it, it should be a cinch to point out the rest. Jinxie, what about this white wall light monster?
That's Nurikabe. It's a wall monster that blocks your way or leads you astray.
And has goblins on it. That's no yokai, Jinxie. It's a folding screen. And this raccoon dog isn't a tanuki monster, it's just the statue of one. I love how they don't even let me do this manually. They just automatically do it.
They just say, okay, you did it once, now Apollo's gonna do the rest.
And look, these are just coffee cups, and this right here is nothing more than a fox statue.
You don't know what I was thinking.
Noise level 50%. You did it, Apollo! Her extreme fear is under control now.
It was all just my eyes playing tricks on me. There weren't any yokai after all.
See? A clear-cut statement. That's the power of my psychology and your intuition, Apollo. And just like we thought... Athena, sweetheart. That's a problem. And just like we thought, there never really were any yokai in the Fox Chamber. ... Right. There never really were any yokai there. So the defense is asserting the exact opposite of their original assertion. ... Wait. Jinxie, what about Tenmataro?
There wasn't anyone in there dressed up as Tenmataro or any other yokai either. I remember it clearly now.
You've gotta be joking! Order in the court. I think we just dug our own grave. Allow me to push you on in. It's the least I could do. No! Apollo, can I interrupt your freakout for just a minute? I'm still picking up some noise. It's an unexpected emotion. Does that mean Jinxie hasn't remembered everything yet? Exactly. We should be able to get something else out of her. I'll enter the new information we have and run an update. God, I love Athena. Go ahead.
Did I see Tenmataro in the Fox Chamber?
Okay. The next one is...
I was so scared when I entered the room.
Okay. Next one seems to be the same two emotions.
My leg gave out and I fell to the floor.
Info update.
There, in the Fox Chamber, I saw... the alderman dead on the table, and Papa collapsed in a chair. No one else was there, and that includes Tenmataro.
Okay. But what's the unexpected emotion? What's the unexpected emotion?
I have great news for you about the next about the discussion you're about to have.
Wait, what am I supposed to do? Try to find the emotions that contradict her statements. So if I find a contradictory emotion, I should point it out. That's right, but it's not just contradictory emotions you should look out for. You should also keep an eye out for sudden changes in emotion in an emotion's... Aha! See, I just didn't let the redhead explain it to me yet. I'm a stupid. I must listen to what the redhead says. Thank you, sweetheart.
He's doing good.
Always does. Her emotions might get stronger or weaker as you move from statement to statement. It's important to compare how the same emotion changes throughout the testimony. Contradictory emotions and changes in intensity. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Dawning, I'm gonna go get a shot.
Try not to go too hard.
Maybe I'll get a beer instead. That's closer. Maybe
Don't
two
do any-
beers.
Don't drink any more than your wife would approve of.
At the moment, that would be nothing. Oh boy. Okay. So surprise is like nothing on the first statement. It goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on the second statement. Sadness goes way down in the third. They kind of are balanced in the fourth. And the fifth. And it looks like sadness beats out surprise in the last.
He's not that surprised that Tenmataro wasn't there.
No. So, sadness being... Yeah, there's only one statement where sadness isn't, like, huge. Because surprise kind of fluctuates.
Right.
But sadness, other than the one statement she fell with the legs gave out and fell, sadness is very low intensity, but everywhere else, it's about the same. So if I had to guess, I'm going to say that it's sadness on the my legs gave out and I fell to the floor statement.
Got it!
The amount of fear you felt is rather low, despite your legs having given out from fright. Could something have lessened your fear?
Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment. God.
Dawning, do you need something to drink? I don't mean alcohol.
I just had water. I don't think it helped.
I see. You did? Where did it come from?
Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt as if she was there with me.
Okay, I'll enter sudden burst of courage. Now let's see. Ah, look! Okay. Apollo, the noise is all gone. Jinxie seems to have remembered everything now. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, Widget!
Okay, bye.
A sudden burst of courage. Now, where could that have come from? Jinxie, was there something that gave you a sudden burst of courage?
Yes, there was, but I realized I had done something naughty when I thought about it later.
Any idea what could have given Jinxie that courage? Well, there is one piece of... Is there? Oh, the Ninetales flower. Yes. There is one piece of evidence that comes to mind. I wonder if she saw something like it at the scene of the crime. Jinxie, did your sudden burst of courage have anything to do with this Ninetales flower?
Take that!
Jinxie, you didn't happen to see a Ninetales flower there at the scene, did you?
The demon lawyer strikes again. I can't hide anything from you. I found a small case with a picture of a nine-tailed flower on it. I liked it so much, I kept it.
You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene. She's a kid, Apollo, and she was terrified. Cut her some slack. That's right, young lady. Removing evidence is a big no-no. Now, the witness will produce said evidence this instant.
Sorry.
That does seem to be some sort of case. Oh, look, something slid out. It appears to be a key. Might I have a look, your baldness? Taka grabs the key. Ah. This is none other than the master key to QB Manor. Are you certain of this, Prosecutor Blackquill? It matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder. Thank you for the information, Taka. I'm sure it's absolutely accurate.
Good job, Taka.
Yes, good job, Taka. A master key went missing. We knew this. Filch told us. Or Fulbright told us. One of the idiots whose last name starts with F told us. Why don't I like the sound of that? Our little scamp here has stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence. That's a little melodramatic, don't you think? Humph. Heed these words, for I shall say them but once. The sole key to the Fox Chamber has been in this little scamp's constant possession. Ergo, she was the sole person who could use it before, during, and after the murder. No? Blatantly
Only
false?
after. Oh
Only
no, her
after.
only
That's
after for the master key, but she has the regular key to the Fox Chamber too.
Oh, okay, yeah. Which leaves the master key as the only other key that could have opened the chamber. But this master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl. And your point is, until Jinxie Tenma opened the Fox Chamber with her key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world. And there was no one else in there save the victim and his killer. I trust you have figured it out for yourself by now? A killer other than Mayor Tenma himself would be utterly inconceivable. Unless the killer had the master key, took it in with him, and dropped it. That is a possibility.
It does sound possible.
Objection! How could this happen? Yerg. That's not an objection. The defense's assistant will refrain from growling her frustrations. Judge, you will let Athena do whatever she wants to do. Athena, are you alright? Ugh, I know Mayor Tenma's innocent, but there's nothing we can do. That's a widget outburst.
Yeah, you can count that.
This sucks. Dot. Sykeston, allow me to put you out of your misery. Can I decline your offer? Abandon your client. Hello, Snowy! Abandon your
Hi,
client and
Snowy.
your misplaced faith in him. Let the relief of a clear head and a clean conscience come rushing in. That will make the inevitable guilty verdict far easier to accept. Great, now he's playing Simon Says with us. He's not going to fool us with his stupid mind games. Athena, don't fall for his tricks. What the fuck are you thinking about? Of course I wouldn't do that. I'm a psychologist myself. Dawning, is Athena capable of thinking straight?
Depends on who you ask.
Hey, are you alright? I think she's just trying to outpsych him, so I'm pretty sure she's fine. Now, I suggest you make a mad dash from the courtroom and into the wild blue yonder. Only by running shall your mind be clear and your conscience cleansed. Alright, I'll be back in 10. What? Stay with me, Athena. Don't let yourself be twisted by that samurai. Apollo. Mr. Justice, I heard the word objection, but what is it you object to? Huh? Oh, right. That objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Though I was hoping something would come to me while I was trying to stop Athena. Court is waiting, Mr. Justice, though as it stands now, we forced you to declare your client guilty and your legal skills suspect if this is it. Uh-huh. 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 I'm confused, but sure. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecution's case? Well, actually, I do. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. Apollo. Aha! All the counters go up today. You do have something more than your cords of steel, don't you? Not really, but we'll be fine. But I've got absolutely nothing, but that's never stopped me before. Not untrue.
He does have a point.
I have to explain how the real killer could have escaped that locked room. Because it's all over if I don't. Apollo, this calls for a new approach. Try to think outside the box. Or in this case, inside the box. And what a doozy that locked room is, too. Well, Mr. Justice, what's the question you're asking me, Your Honor? I honestly have no fucking clue.
Can you overturn the prosecution's argument?
The problem with the air duct, Jay, is as previously established, it's a little bit high to get to in the room. You'd actually need a ladder or a step ladder. And in this case, there was none found at the scene. So I still think Tenmataro was in the back room, which he unlocked with the master key when Jinxie walked in. And that the master key came in with the Tenmataro. But I have fuck all clue how to prove it. I have fuck all clue how to prove that.
We'll figure it out. Probably.
Well, whoever said
that
I hadn't gotten a penalty yet, Dino Guts, I think you were right. You bet I do. The real killer must have escaped from that locked room one way or another. Vague conjecture shall only earn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono. Time to do or die, literally. The defense will now explain how it would be possible to escape the locked room. You sure about this, Apollo? Can you really explain what happened? I'm fine. We just need to think this whole escaping a locked room thing over from the beginning. The newspaper doesn't do anything.
Not right now. Not for this.
No.
I imagine it does something at some point, but I don't remember what.
I would think that it would, but... So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so? The choices are pretty limited. The room has a window, but... it doesn't open wide enough for anyone to get through, and there's a sheer cliff outside. I remember that. As for the air vent, it's too up high, and there's nothing you could stand on to reach it. And needless to say, the forbidden chamber wouldn't open no matter what we did, so that's out. Yeah, sure. Because the master key being in that room means that the locked door is definitely still locked. That's why we gotta keep the solution simple. Like they say, simple is best. We need to rule out all of the absolutely impossible escape routes. Then whatever's left just might lead us to how the Fox chamber was compromised. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the killer escaped through here. I mean, it's not the window, it's not the air duct. Those are both actually impossible.
The floor.
No. Has to be the forbidden chamber.
Take that!
Well, it's vague and the music didn't stop, so I was wrong. Was I supposed to actually click on the door to the forbidden chamber?
Nope.
So I was completely wrong then. And how did the killer escape through there, Mr. Justice? Your reasoning still seems as questionable as your proposed escape route. Heck, I wish I could escape right now. Well... alright, Dino Guts, you were right. Try that one again. Was it the fucking air duct?
There are less places you can try than penalties.
It's not the window. That's literally impossible. The air duct is equally impossible. I thought the forbidden chamber would have been absolutely impossible. Because, the forbidden chamber would be actually possible because the key was in the fucking room. Right? You could have unlocked it. But alright, let's try the actual door of the Fox chamber.
Take that!
The music hasn't stopped, but the text isn't generic. The hallway door. Well, yes, I suppose that would be the only way out. Humph. It appears you've already forgotten. The only available key until Jinxie Tenma came on the scene was within that locked room. Yes, the key that would help get you out of that room was within that locked room. How would one exit the Fox chamber and then lock it without a key? Should have seen this coming. Remember, Apollo, that was fucking simple! Prosecution has some fine Japanese steel waiting unless you explain yourself quickly. I'm fine. I can explain myself. Reason... Fox Chamber's hallway door was locked was because... it locked... Well, Tenma didn't lock it from the inside. Tenma was unconscious. The perp didn't have a key. I'm guessing it locked on its own. Maybe the door closed accidentally on its own. The heck? The killer will never be identified if we attribute key moments to mere chance. Perhaps that spear just happened to fly off the wall and impale the alderman, too. Perhaps the sedative just happened to make its way into his coffee. Mere chance could explain any number of things. Right, next idea then. Well, fuck that. Dawning, I'm confused. Help.
Have you tried doing better?
You know what? You're right. The minus button it is.
No.
That's
not
doing better.
No, you have to actually do.
But that was the best fucking theory. It's like Dino Guts says, some doors lock automatically.
That one doesn't.
We didn't establish that as a fact beforehand. It's some bullshit.
You're playing the bullshit game.
Yes, because it is bullshit.
Uh-huh.
The perp didn't have a key, Dino Guts. We're saying that Jinxie Tenma had the only key to the Fox Chamber, and the master key was left inside the room. Tenma was unconscious. So neither of the other options make any fucking sense.
You are playing the nonsense and bullshit game. Sometimes you have to accept that the answer may be nonsense or bullshit.
Okay, but which of these two nonsense and bullshit answers would it be?
That's for you to figure out.
No, it's not for me to figure out. It's for the little goblin to help me.
Well... I'm trying to figure out how to walk you through it without giving you the answer, and I'm really struggling.
Because it makes...
Let's work from the perspective of... Pick one of the nonsense and bullshit answers and try to figure out what would be required to make it true.
Okay, if Tenma locked it from the inside, that would basically say that Tenma was the murderer, and there was no perp or whatever, and it would have required him...
You don't want Tenma to be the murderer, do you?
And it would also have required him to be conscious, which he was not.
Right. What would be required for the other nonsense or bullshit answer?
The perp to have a key, which does not exist.
What if it did?
It does not. That's what fucking Blackquill just spent 10 hours explaining to us.
There was a key in the room.
Yes.
The perp would have had access to that key.
Only when the perp was in the room. The perp is now outside the room, and the key is inside the room.
Well, could one of those things have changed after the door was locked?
No. Unless... Oh, this is bullshit. Oh, this is such bullshit.
It is.
The killer fucking locked the door from the outside, then got into the air duct from the hallway,
Where you can reach the air
where
duct.
you can reach it, crawled through the fucking air duct, and dropped the key back into the fucking Fox chamber. That is such fucking bullshit.
But it worked.
The much more logical explanation was that the fucking door locked from the outside. On its own. What if the room was locked from the outside? In other words, the killer took the key through the hallway door, then locked it. Youch! Consider this. The master key was found inside the tightly locked Fox chamber. Any assertion that the key was removed from that room is a blatant contradiction of fact. Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key outside. The key was found inside the room, which does seem like a contradiction. If only we could explain both. Like how the key could be inside the room and used to lock the door from the outside. Well, let's see if the defense can respond before Prosecutor Blackquill draws his sword. How could the master key be at the crime scene despite the room being locked tight? Threw it in from outside. What if someone threw it into the room from the outside? You know, something like go out the hallway door, lock the room, and then toss the key back in through the window. That would explain how the master key could be inside the room. And where would you throw it from? There is a cliff outside the Fox Chamber's window. Throwing the key in from there is an impossibility. Oh, right, ack. I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window. Somewhere other than the window?
Take that!
Hey, the music stopped. This is finally fucking over. The air vent? Yes, the window may be out of the question, but the air vent's not. Oh, that's right. The Fox Chamber's air duct leads out to the hallway. That's right. The real killer entered the air duct from the vent outside the Fox Chamber. Then dropped the key into the room through the vent inside the chamber. This is such fucking bullshit. Herg. That's preposterous. Oh, that explains how the key got in there after it was used to lock the door perfectly. Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I'm a bit... Me too, Judge. Me too. Don't worry. I'll explain it so even Your Honor can understand. First, the real killer, disguised as Tenmataro, murdered the alderman in the Fox Chamber. Then they fled the room through the hallway door and locked it. Next, they entered the air duct from the vent outside in the hallway. Finally, the killer tossed the key into the room through the air vent in the ceiling there. All that was left to do after that was go back through the duct and flee the manor. Quack. Well, Your Honor, could that be any clearer? Amazing! Even I could follow that. The judge seems really pleased. That explains everything. The real killer was someone dressed up like Tenmatara. And there was someone other than the mayor and the alderman in that room. Hey, it looks like that lawyer is beating the jailbird prosecutor. Whoa, that's a total turnaround. That masterful of his seems so much more attractive now. Hey, down. That's Clavier's territory. Order, 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 I say. Now that I've proved a possible third party, I don't see how our client could be guilty.
Silence!
Silence. A valiant effort, Justice Dono, but your final thrust missed its mark. That's because it wasn't aiming for Mark, it was missing for it was aiming for Clavier.
Yeah, it was.
Huh? Both that little scamp and the tricksy Tanuki saw the yokai after it left the room. But then what? Did that irksome yokai simply go through the foyer and waltz right out the front door? No, it went flying through the air. That's exactly what happened. The killer fled from the... Ouch! But that is impossible without being spotted by the foyer's security camera, that is. The electric eye here would have captured any pesky little yokai trying to escape. However, there is no sign of Ken Mataro anywhere in the security footage. Well, what? Save for the foyer entrance. There is no other way to flee the manor, is there? That seems like a fire hazard. I don't feel so good.
But
Hold it!
we're not debating the guilt of the fire code, are we?
Yes, we are. Wait, I believe there is one other way to escape besides the foyer entrance. There's a large window in the foyer. It is possible to escape through there without being seen by the security camera. Well done, Athena. Good job. Hey, you're right.
Safely?
Silence.
Silence. Must I point out every crucial detail to the defense? Seems you lack not only brains, but investigative... You take that back! Stop insulting Redhead! That is the cliff side of the manor. The only killer escaping that way would be a dead one. Just none. Wait, so the killer didn't escape out the foyer window? That's a widget outburst.
Sure.
What the heck, right? Ha! I suppose your next proposal is the killer... Yes, it is. Sprouted wings and flew off into the sunset. No, it would just mean that the killer had some feathers and could fly. The killer had a flying machine. If only we had some sort of evidence that could point to it. See, this is where the news pepper comes in handy. Who's saying we don't? As completely far-fetched as it might be. What? You're saying we can... You're the one who gave this to me, Athena. You're saying you can prove the killer could fly? What the fuck is the matter with this guy? Whoa, I thought I was the one with the cords of steel. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Your Honor. It's the fucking newspaper, which actually has a picture of it. Take a look at this special edition paper. Ken Mataro, Real or Flight of Fancy. What does this article prove, Mr. Justice? The photo in that article was taken shortly after the murder. Maybe the yokai in that photo is the killer shortly after they fled out of the window. But Mr. Justice, you're not seriously suggesting... Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it all adds up. The killer, disguised as Ken Mataro, flew away. You know, but by some way or another.
Silence.
Silence. It is your brain that has flown the coop.
You like birds, though.
That image is naught but trick photography or some other form of artifice. Okay, then. How about the Ken Mataro figure Mr. Filch saw? It just vanished into thin air? ... No, there is a rational common sense explanation for that. That infernal yokai our trickster Tanuki witnessed never reached the entrance. He, or should I say she, turned back before the camera's electric eye. He's saying that it was Jinxie, huh? Gee, I don't like where this is going one bit. Now, the fact that we know that the yokai had come from the Fox Chamber is that it was likely either Mayor Damien Tenma or his daughter means that it was likely either Mayor Damien Tenma or his daughter, Jinxie Tenma. However, we know that Mayor Tenma was already unconscious at that time. Gulp. Not good, not good at all. Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Justice Dono? The falsified yokai remnants and the appearance of Tenma Taro were the work of one individual. That individual is none other than Jinxie Tenma. No! Order, order! The defense will stop competing for the greatest freakout ever. The little scamp was no doubt simply trying to protect her father. And it's no wonder that her superstitious mind conjured up this mad masquerade. Prosecutor Blackwill's assertion makes... It really doesn't, because why the hell would the Tenma Taro have had a staff when that was never part of the superstition to begin with? But all right, Prosecutor Blackwill's assertion makes perfect sense to me. It's far more convincing than saying the killer escaped by flying out of the window.
I mean, he does have a point about that.
A little bit. Did you truly believe this could end any other way? Did we fall right into his trap? What do we do now, Apollo? Our case no longer stands without a real yokai, if only we had one. Bailiff, seize her. This time I interrogated her as the samurai of yore were. Yes, sir. I will do that, sir. Hold it. Hold it. Mayor Tenma? Dot, 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 dot. Humph. This farce is over. How does it feel seeing your own daughter accused of cover-up most foul? Dot, 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 dot. Tenma Taro's true identity is... Now, Mr. Mayor. It'd be futile at this point to claim you were the yokai. After all, you had been knocked out cold by a blow to your skull. Slipping into a yokai costume and roaming about the manor would be all but impossible. Dot, 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 dot. Consider this well. As it stands, your daughter will be arrested for obstruction of justice. But if you confess, the prosecution would be willing to overlook her little yokai farce. Confess? The defendant intends to confess? Wait. Apollo! Prosecutor Blackwill's up to his mind games again. Mayor Tenma, no. Don't fall for his twisted words. Those charms on your head, they act like a tinfoil hat. He can't get in your head because you're wearing those. If you're sent away for murder, Jinxie will be left all alone. Dot, 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 dot. The real killer is... Mayor Tenma's going to confess unless we do something. But I can't prove how the real killer could have flown away. Dot, 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 dot. Caw, 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 caw. Look upon me in despair, for ripe is the time for my return. Uh-oh. I should watch what I wish for. Dawning, what is going on here? Dawning? Caw, 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 caw. Foolish mortals. I am Tenma Taro, the yokai you seek. Mayor Tenma. Silence. I am Tenma Taro, freed from the bonds binding me to the Forbidden Chamber. Behold, the return of the Demon King. What the? Demon King. Well then, I think it's time for me to take a vacation! The witness will, he will explain himself? Are you saying you're Tenma Taro, the yokai we've been chasing this whole time? Indeed, it is I, Tenma Taro. You know, it would actually be kind of funny if I just did a bland voice for this. Indeed, it is I, Tenma Taro, the one whom you seek, come to reveal the truth. This child is Tenma Taro, you say, huh? What nonsense. So,
I feel like
you feel like what?
the bland voice isn't really working.
Fine. So, Mayor Tenma is a yokai now? Caw, caw, caw! His body is now mine. So you're saying that Mayor Tenma is being possessed by you? To be fair, we know that is a possible thing with spirits. And that the yokai Jinxie Tenma and Phineas Filch saw? And the one captured in the newspaper photo? Those were all you? The accursed power of these warding charms prevents me from revealing my true form. Dot, 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 dot. Your baldness! Can this not be interpreted as an admission of guilt? Well, a confession by a yokai would be quite unprecedented. Be that as it may, the defense's case has been overturned. Huh? What? You claim that the yokai the little scamp saw was some third party, the true killer. The one who escaped from the locked fox chamber, but it was the accused all along. Darg! Ironic, is it not? Your yokai turned out to be real in a manner of speaking. The alderman's killer is none other than Mayor Tenma. And the yokai at the scene? That too is Mayor Tenma, or should I say, our dear Tenma Tara. The pieces have all fallen into place. How so, Prosecutor Blackquill? Humph. Seems I must spell it all out for you. Mayor Tenma killed the alderman in the fox chamber, which was locked at the time. He then removed the warding charms from the forbidden chamber's door, but then fell unconscious from the blow the alderman had delivered to his head. That's when his daughter, Jinxie Tenma, stumbled on the scene of the crime. The little scamp fled in terror, whereupon the spirit of Tenma Taro, freed at last from the charm's warding effect, took possession of the mayor. The newly freed Tenma Taro then fled from the fox chamber. So you see, the yokai Jinxie Tenma saw was her father, possessed by Tenma Taro.
Objection!
Objection! Then how the fuck did he end up back at the crime scene? Yeah, what Apollo said. When we arrived on scene, the mayor was found unconscious. How is that possible if he was supposed to have flown out the foyer window? Then what? Do you mean to say that the maid of QB Manor, Jinxie Tenma, was Tenma Taro? Hold it. Caw, 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 caw. That too is easily explained. Flew about for a time I did, but presently tired, I made for the forbidden chamber. But alas, exhaustion took me unawares in the fox chamber, and I knew no more. Humph. It seems the pieces are still in place. This game smells like stale cookies. Why does this game smell like stale cookies? Is Blackquill up to his tricks again?
No shit.
I don't know what to say. Is the defendant a real live... So that rumor about Mayor Tenma is true. I knew yokai were real. I mean, he really did kill the alderman just so he could release Tenma Taro? Order, order. Now he's got everyone in the courtroom believing yokai. In yokai. It's Simon Says on steroids. He wants to convict our client any way he can, even if it means blaming a yokai. The proverbial ducks are all in a row. You should now have no qualms about finding the accused guilty, or baldness. This is one of the most... You know what? I actually fucking agree. I'd say that the only one more bizarre than this is case 3, 4, or 5, whichever one the last one is.
Bridge.
Bridge to the turnabout. Whatever the hell the last one was. Because that one actually had real magical bullshit, whereas this one was just some French asshole dressed up in a Tenmataro costume. Can yokai even be prosecuted under our legal system?
Objection!
Objection! Mayor Tenma is just pretending to be Tenmataro to protect his daughter. Plus, I already proved how a third party could have escaped from the locked room. A verdict at this point would be premature. Since both sides have raised valid points, I have no choice but to...
Silence!
Silence! Humph. This is the dark age of law where defense attorneys are not to be trusted. This is but a ploy to... This is but a ploy for to gain time for them to fabricate evidence. How will I sleep tonight? Knowing you will not... Go ahead.
You weren't going to sleep tonight anyway.
He has that charm from Jinxie now. He can sleep.
Oh, yeah, I guess he can sleep. You'll sleep fine because you won't hear... What was it called?
Yokai number 572.
You won't hear Irazukiya right.
Yeah, that one. Knowing you will not let the sun rise on the mayor's day of reckoning, Justice Doe.
Objection!
Objection! I won't fabricate any evidence.
Silence!
And it was already proven that Phoenix didn't either. Silence. Then prove it by joining me. A night in the clink will ensure you will not succumb to temptation. How the fuck am I supposed to do an investigation if I'm in jail?
We'll let Fulbright do it.
Let who?
Fulbright.
He's
He'll
an
do a
idiot.
good job.
He's an idiot.
He'll do a good job.
How about I just promise not to succumb to anything? We have both evidence and a confession. The killer is this yokai before us. It is beyond dispute. A guilty verdict is all but... Oh no! Ah! What the fuck? Is he malfunctioning? Oh, someone figured out that that flying type is weak to electricity. What is wrong with him? Now you step in? Now? Prosecutor Blackquill, we've had enough of your hijinks. The foundation of justice is fair play, and you are in serious violation of that. What in the devil was that? Yes, Snowy, flying is weak to electric. Fulbright, have you tampered with my shackles in some manner? Seems you found that quite shocking. It's my special jolt of justice device. Each press is a shocking reminder to behave. You shall pay for this. I, Simon Blackquill, vow to... Your Honor, you need not fear now. I believe Prosecutor Blackquill will remain on his best behavior. A bit late with the reassurances, aren't we, Detective? Well, in that case, this concludes today's deliberations. The prosecution and defense will use this opportunity to further their investigations. This court is adjourned. Oh, nothing afterward, just a to be continued.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to go for another 10 minutes or not?
I do not.
Well then, we can stop. It's a good stopping point.
Yep. I believe that is where we're going to stop for tonight. So yeah, it's a smidge early, but I'll wrap things up here. This took far longer than it should have. To be fair, I think I braked for a story a couple of times, but even so. I did legitimately get stuck on that locked door shit.
You're welcome for walking you through it.
To be fair, the door locking behind itself was a far more logical explanation.
You're in the absurd game.
That is true, but, like, honestly, some deductions are so fucking far-fetched, even I can't think of that.
You did think of it, though.
Eventually, only because the logical explanation was outright rejected. Ow. You heard nothing.
Are you okay?
I am fine. Yeah, best be wrapping things up here. Alright, so if you only caught part of today's stream, catch the full thing over on my YouTube channel over there. Hopefully my computer doesn't try to update herself while uploading to YouTube, otherwise we're going to have a similar situation to last week, which pissed me off. But I will be uploading that to YouTube soon. If you're watching this from YouTube, you can check me out on Twitch over there. This week, hey, I actually will be streaming at both my Monday and Wednesday times. So Wednesday evening will be Pokemon Blaze Black. Hooray. You can also find me licking horses over on the Bulba Garden channel over there, which is what I'll be doing on Sunday morning in Ultra Sun. If you don't know what that means, you'll find out what that means. That'll start at 8:30 a.m. United States Central Time. You can also find DawningWinds there. She'll be streaming Wednesday night as well with Pokemon Z-A, and then Saturday night with Pokemon Artwork. You can find Caps Fan over on his channel there. MCH, who was here earlier, can be found on his channel there. Snowy, if he goes live, will be live on his channel there. And if you have not already, which I think most people here would have already, I do have a Discord server now, which is over there. Am I forgetting anything?
Are you forgetting anything?
That's a very good question. My egg timer can be found over here.
And Yoko? Oh, I didn't say hi, Yoko, yet today. Hi, Yoko. Hi,
And,
Skyla.
yes, good. I forgot to sing. I wasn't supposed to sing. Nobody made me sing. And it's too late now because I'm wrapping up.
You're
So, yeah.
rapping.
No, I'm not. I'm ending things off here. So, as always, I am Maniacal Engineer, and I'm never going to give you up, never going to let you down. Thank you all for watching. I'll actually see you all on Wednesday this week. And God bless this mess.
Good night.